Good afternoon. It is Story Trading VIP uh, live trading into after hours ER analysis, and we're going to carry one of the. Wow, our picks are crazy today. Our morning note was fire. I'm going to wait a few minutes to let the audience build. If you can go ahead and retweet this stream where you are, Rhett, you can just tag the Discord, let them know we're live right now.
Yep, just did.
But we're green for the day. We are green for the day in our official my trade account, which we use as the official tracker for the trade ideas that we post on the morning note PDF and in the Discord. So things are looking good. Man, I made some money on AVEX, but did not go back in for the afternoon run. So just a little light commentary here while we wait for the audience to build a little bit. Then we'll formally go through the morning note this morning and what worked and what didn't. There was very little that didn't. So pretty good day. Whew. Look at this AVEX, man. I have a little FOMO to get back in because this thing can maybe go another buck or two.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, can maybe go another.
It's going to hit new highs here. I'm going to have to jump in.
Yeah. Yeah, you missed the pre-market show on this one.
Yeah.
I think we had made this the top pick in the morning.
You did, because I was tuning into the show. It was AVAX and
look at it go.
You had DGXX and something else.
Probably what it was. What? Yeah, let me see. Maybe I didn't sell all the AVX. No, I did. You ever do that? I'm like, maybe I didn't sell it all. Let me check.
Yeah. DGXX curling back up here. Let's see what happens.
We'll talk about that very soon. Shoot, man, I didn't get the second wind of AVEX here. Do I own this in my long-term account? I hope I do. I may not. This is a good drone stock to hold. And you know what? Maybe I'm going to pick some up in my my retirement account here. Wow, look at it. Look at this thing go. Wow. Roth. I'm adding some to my Roth right now. I should have done it this morning. It didn't come to my mind to add it to my long-term account. Anyway, very nice win earlier today in AVEX. And I can't wait to talk about DGXX and RTX. Ooh, yeah, baby. Let's get those call options sold soon. Got 41 people here. We'll start in 3 minutes, right at 3 p.m. Please go ahead and retweet this stream. It's got a nice audience going here. I will tell you for after hours, there's a bunch of ERs. Smaller companies, there's a couple bigger ones in Carmen, KRMN, which I think I own in my retirement account, and AIP, which Godfather nailed last year for our community. Then after that, it's all small caps. IDN, Evolve, Sinestech, IZEA, Quick, which, wow, we were so early on Quick, but we made money on it, but we didn't hold for the secondary move here. Surge, Velo, AREC, Capper, Oklo reports, but they're too early in terms of an ER report that's going to be impactful, right, in terms of revenue. So those are the ERs we'll be looking at. I'll go through them in a little more detail in a bit once we get a larger audience and we go through everything a little more formally here. But I got to manage this RTX position. Hold on. Let's see. Where am I at on this? RTX. Let's see. I'm in the 182.50 weekly calls. And looks like it's 182.50. They're 86 by 140. And my average price is $1.04. I have an ask at 2. I don't know if it's going to get there. Wow. Rhett, you think I should try to dump these RTX calls by end of day today, or should I wait for tomorrow?
I'd wait to see. I mean, it's kind of getting right there. The target, I think you could see that hit tomorrow.
Right near the target. Well, it looks like it might even hit it today. But even if it hits that tomorrow, I mean, that's not a lot of room left, and they expire Friday.
No, I just leave your put a limit order out there. It may get filled here running up.
Yeah, I put a limit at $2. Let's see what happens. These are 182.50s. The ask is now 140. So we'll see if it jumps like another $1. It'll hopefully fill. But I got 1 minute, and then we'll go through more.
Oh yeah, a whole entire hour.
Yeah.
Hey, what was there? Was there news today on Sats? There was a huge candle today.
Yeah.
You just
SpaceX. Yeah, it was some news report that SpaceX is looking at data centers in space with Google, and that caused the whole space sector to temporarily pop. But it was SATS had the biggest one because, as you know, that's the best proxy for SpaceX. Is the market pulling right now?
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's pulling DGXX.
No, not only that, NBIS had a big. NBIS, I believe, reports tomorrow morning. Also, EOSC reports tomorrow morning. Pew reports tomorrow morning.
So whatever came about with Roaring Kitty's tweets?
What happened? Roaring Kitty? I don't know. He deleted them. That was last night.
Yeah, that was last night.
They were deleted. I don't know if they reappeared or if there was an explanation or what. Yeah, there were a couple tweets and then they were gone. And GameStop like soared and then crashed.
Just going through everything.
All right.
Wow, Axon.
All the notifications are out and everything?
What'd you say?
All the notifications are out?
Yep.
All right, little small audience here. So let's try to build that up, folks. All right, so let's start with looking at our morning note today. It was freaking money, man. This morning note is worth so much money, especially, don't mind this. I don't know why images not showing up on my desktop, but it's delivered beautifully to you in the Discord in a PDF. And by the way, if you sign up for, you can sign up only for the newsletter if you'd like, and it's emailed to you a little bit later than everyone else. It comes in a different format. And then we have our Discord plans. But anyway, this morning note yesterday, this morning was absolute fire. The most important part of my morning note, I always like to say, is a macro discussion. Why is there an indentation issue? Why is Trump World misaligned? Hold on. Yeah, this has to move over. I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway,
the comments, these are great.
So this is just beautiful. This macro discussion is honestly, I should be paid like $1 million a year just from the macro discussion. All right. But I've caught this whole thing. I was at green alert the whole entire time the last few weeks. Okay. Today I went to yellow, and which I never do, I decided it was important enough to call out a trade idea in the macro discussion. Usually I don't do that, and the trade ideas are down below in the trade idea section. So basically, here we go. It's short. I can read it. After another record day yesterday, markets are pulling back this morning ahead of CPI. Oh, I said this morning twice. Just delete that. All right, pulling back ahead of CPI, 8:30 a.m. Now is as good of a time as any for at least some sort of correction if CPI comes in hot. Guess what? CPI came in hot. The semiconductor index and IWM would be two assets targeted for correction in such case. That happened. One could purchase hedges in the form of TZA and SOXS before 8:30 a.m. I tried to, but I had an issue with my brokerage account. They didn't let me buy it, unfortunately. Anyway, and return to a green signal posture if CPI comes in light or in line. It didn't come in light or in line, right? Which meant we stayed at yellow alert, and this became an idea for the day. Shorting IWM, which I did short, made several $1,000s shorting IWM. Once the market opened, I was able to do options, but my broker gives me a problem with levered ETFs. It's a pain in the ass. Anyway, that was the macro discussion. Let's take a little bit of a pause. So just because of that, a lot of people in our community did well this morning. And let's just take a little pause, look at our price action. Oh my gosh, AVEX is still going. As I said, we made AVEX a top pick this morning. I think Dougie and I were talking about targets right here at this support level is what we were targeting, about 28.50. It's right around there now. Damn. I made good money on it in the morning. I wish I was in for the secondary pop, but I should have alerted that I added this to my retirement account. Anyway, so there we go. Beautiful. Thank you, Izzy. Nice comment from him. These guys rock. I've joined 5 months ago and on pace to make well over 6 figures easily by end of the year. Love it. Love that. Thank you. Appreciate you. This is a cool comment too. Let's go, Ben. You rock. But
hey, someone's bidding these $9 DGXX calls again.
We'll get to that in a second. But this one's heresy. I can't. This one I can't repeat because I'm not. So anyway. All right. Let's see what's going on here. So let's go back to the morning though. I just had to look at the price action for a second. So that was a macro discussion. Absolute gold. If this is all you do, and just read the macro discussion, dude, it's worth a frick ton of money. And then just forget about everything else. Okay, after the macro discussion, I give you an update on geopolitics, everything going on in Trump world and wars and stuff like that, because they can impact stocks, obviously. And then we go into proximal catalyst. We have our ER list for the week. We update it daily. We give the full schedule at the beginning of the week, and then I just cut it short, trim them as we get closer to the end of the week, just to make more focus here. And then, obviously, the economic data. Tomorrow we have PPI. What the hell happened? After we had CPI this morning. Then we highlight the top positive catalyst for the most part of the day from the prior day, okay? So these were the top ones from the prior day. I don't like to put negative catalysts in there just because we have to focus, and there'll be the list just gets enormously long. So like I didn't put the ASTS earnings in here or the HIMSS earnings. We live streamed ASTS earnings yesterday. I don't know. Were you in that, Rhett, when I was shorting ASTS?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. So quick analysis. We're going to do it again here at 4 p.m. We'll go through all the earnings and we do like really quick analysis and make a decision if we want to do anything in after hours. So shorting ASTS in after hours is one of those things that we mentioned. So that worked out. Made a few $1,000s doing that in after hours yesterday.
Here we go.
Then we get to the top picks of the day. Here we go with what?
DGXX curling back up again.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not too worried. I'm chillaxing. It's my largest position. The fun is yet to come. All right. So, okay. So anyway, then we get to our top picks of the day, which I wrote these at 5. This morning was at 5 in the morning. Usually I get it out at 5:30 in the morning. It was a little early today. Spelled believe wrong. Let me fix that here. Demand. I gotta fix demand. I do this on my cell phone, guys. So it's a little bit. I do my best on the cell phone in my bed writing this between 4:30 and 5:30 a.m. every morning. And the night before. But I finish it up in the morning. So topics of the day were Watt, DGXX, and then TZA and SOC, short the semis, short IWM, Watt, DGXX, and then RTX. Crazy picks, guys. This is just beautiful. And you can see here, then I highlighted them up there. Shorthand, Watt, DGXX, RTX, hedges, TZA, and SOXS, shorting a 3 times levered semiconductor index. So those were the picks. And I just got to read the SOX. I just got to read what I put for DGXX here. All right. So I had someone from my community who will remain nameless. I was a little disappointed in DGXX price action yesterday. And it challenged me a little bit. Like, why am I going for this stock that's already surged so much, that has a massive ATM? And yesterday it was the number 1 pick of the day. Today it's the number 2 pick of the day here in the morning note. Like, why am I doing that? And I thought about it and I decided not to budge. And I kept it as a top pick. Here we go. DGXX underperformed Wi-Fi and Vicker yesterday ahead of the Cerebras IPO. But we still like the risk reward of DGXX. Despite the high RSI in the active ATM, which is massive, $175 million worth. Well, it seems fantastical at this time Our belief is that it is distinctly possible the DGXX can make a surge towards $11 this week. We'll get more into the timing of that in a second. Due to what promises to be the hottest IPO so far this year. Demand for CBRS, Cerebras is extremely high in what is seen as a competitor to NVIDIA, and retail can only participate ahead of the IPO via ancillary names such as DGXX, Wi-Fi, and Vickr. We've been leaning in on DGXX as its catalyst with Cerebras is most proximal, meaning as compared to Wi-Fi and Vickr, chose this one because the catalyst was most recent, and that's like a big part of what we do at story trading. That's why we have the proximal catalyst section, okay? So the catalyst for DGXX, more proximal than Wi-Fi, more proximal than Vickr, all right? And the deal size dwarfs the market cap in a much bigger way than the other two companies, and that's why we leaned in on DGXX. Now, for those of you who may not be aware, let's pull up the catalyst that got us involved last week. DGXX, DigiPower signs AI co-location agreement with leading AI compute company. Oh, you got to go in. Here it is. It says the initial 10-year term is valued at $1.1 billion with total potential contract value of up to $2.5 billion. And who's that with? Cerebras right there. All right. Oh, it says it up here. It's Cerebras co-location. Okay. So this is a very lucrative standard play for me, which tends to always work. And let's just call it the proxy IPO run-up, something like that. Okay. Now, each time it's a little bit different. There's two cases in the past I distinctly remember working very well for me. Must have been 1998, 1999. When I was in college, it was 3Com spinning off Palm Pilot. And it was just beautiful. The thing just ran up into the event like a beauty, and then it crashed. All right, it was beautiful. And then there was Yahoo spinning off Alibaba, and that was the biggest one-day haul I ever made in my life. I didn't really know what I was doing. I bought 0DT options on a Friday morning on Yahoo, and I ended up making like a few $100,000. It was crazy. It was not a good thing, though. In fact, we have a little time, so I'll tell you the story before you get into DGXX. But in any case, that morning, so Yahoo is very undervalued in terms of some of the parts, okay? Just like SATS is, okay? There we go. Just like SATS is right now. SATS net asset value is like $165, $170. It's trading 126. So we had a similar situation with Yahoo. That's not even what am I pulling up? We had a similar situation with Yahoo and Alibaba. It's related to DGXX, guys, and it's just watch and enjoy this while I tell you the story. Okay, it was a similar situation with Yahoo and the Alibaba spinoff, and everyone knew that it was coming, right? Like we know the SpaceX IPO is coming, but we didn't know the date. Didn't know for sure. That Friday morning, it was announced Alibaba IPO will be on such and such date. Okay. What did I do? 9:30 a.m. I guess Yahoo is something like trading at $38, something like that. And I bought like a couple hundred 0DTEs at $40 right at the open. And I don't know what the hell I was doing. Like I didn't trade options before, but I'm like, this is great. This is what I was waiting for. And then at the end of the day, I didn't sell it, and it's up at least 200,000, something like that. Then I'm wondering, I'm like, do I just get that profit? Like, how's this work, right? And then I'm like, I better call E-Trade and find out how this works. I call E-Trade. I'm like, yeah, I'm like up a couple 100,000 on these Yahoo calls. Like, does a profit just come in my account? Like, how's this work? They're like, no, you dumbass. Or like, it's a good thing you called. I'm like, you don't have enough money here to buy the thousands of shares. Like, what is it? Like, I don't know, 20,000 shares of Yahoo or whatever. So, you know, if you let that go, you get nothing. I'm like, oh shit, can you help me? And then it's like, yeah. Okay, this is what we'll do. We're going to short all these shares of Yahoo in after hours, like 20,000 shares of Yahoo. We're going to short that, right? And then you can exercise the option and we'll cover your short. That's what they did. Then I pocketed all the money and I was like, yeah, go have fun. Enjoy your weekend. Have a nice dinner. After that was my biggest, one-day haul ever. It was actually the worst thing that ever happened to me. Yep. Because after that, I lost my way for 2 years, maybe 3 years, because it was like a rush of crack cocaine, right? For 2 or 3 years, all I was doing was trying to make 200,000 in a day. It was terrible. I got lots of stories for you guys, but
How old were you there, Ben?
what's that?
How old were you there?
Yahoo Alibaba. When was Yahoo Alibaba? Was maybe, is that like 10 years ago? Like 10 years ago, maybe 11, something like that. You can check it out. When did Baba spin off from Yahoo? Let me know. So I digress, but I don't, because that brings us to two very important plays. One is DGXX and the other is Sats, but we'll talk about Sats later. But DGXX, this is how it works. When there's a hot IPO and people can't get into it, okay?
2012.
It's kind of related, not, but like it's like everyone, 2012, yeah, 14 years ago. So like, everyone's running into 3Com. Why? Because they didn't want 3Com. They wanted Palm Pilot. How do they get Palm Pilot? By being in 3Com. Okay. Same thing. No one wanted Yahoo. Who cared about Yahoo? They wanted Alibaba. How do they get Alibaba? By getting into Yahoo. Okay. Once you had the IPO date set. So similar but different. DGXX is not cookie cutter, but everyone wants Cerebras. But you can't get in Cerebras, especially if you're retail. It's oversubscribed like crazy. So how do you get in Cerebras? In this case, you can't, but you can get Cerebras. You can get fundamental exposure getting into these stocks that have data center deals with Cerebras, and that's DGXX, Wi-Fi, and Vicker also has some relationship with them. Okay. And it's just so you understand, there is a logic behind this, right? If it's oversubscribed, by the way, they're raising the IPO price, they're raising more money. Now Cerebras is raising more money. What are they going to do with that money? It's going to go to DGXX, it's going to go to Wi-Fi, the money's going to go to Vicker, right? So the value of DGXX goes up as at least the perceived value of DGXX goes up as there's more demand for the Cerebras IPO, because then Cerebras gets more money. But it's also about just being, touching, being close to what everyone wants, right? It's just also the sentimental relationship that if Cerebras is huge and I can't get in it, what's the next best thing? It is close to Cerebras, and that's why these stocks were targeted this week. You can see here, the hype was over the weekend. So it was Sunday night when the Cerebras, all the news items came out about the price being increased yet again for the third time, and there was crazy hype all over X about that. So this is why you gapped up on DGXX. Wi-Fi gap and run in a big way, and then Vicker also, which, where are you? Vicker had like a 20% day. This was all because of the Sunday night pricing of Cerebras that went up. Okay, but it's not over yet, because I've observed typically, you're going to see a lot of people on social media tell you that the peak, that things really get started and the peak in the price will be when Cerebras actually IPOs on Thursday. Because why? You have price discovery. That's the standard thesis people are talking about, right? There's price discovery on Thursday. We're going to see how much Cerebras trades at, and the higher Cerebras goes, the higher DGXX should go. That's what the beginner's logic is. Okay, and you'll see a lot of that out there. But what really happens is the peak usually is going to be right before the IPO. Okay, so let's say Cerebras IPOs Thursday morning. When are these stocks going to peak out? DGXX, Wi-Fi, Vicker, they're going to peak out tomorrow late afternoon, maybe tomorrow after hours, possibly Thursday morning. Okay, in that window is when it peaks out, and then the moment Cerebras starts trading, these things will crash. Okay, why? Two reasons. One is sell the news, right? Buy the rumor, sell the, right? You know this. It's an event trader's philosophy. They want to get in ahead of the event, and when the event happens, regardless of price, that's their trigger to sell. So that is going to be happening with DGXX, Wi-Fi, and Vicker on Thursday. There's another dynamic here with DGXX. The other dynamic, not with all of them actually, is when Cerebras starts trading, everyone wants to now get in Cerberus. That's the reason. I mean, they're interested in DGXX today because they're actually interested in Cerberus. So what are they going to do when Cerberus starts trading? They're going to sell They're going to sell anything they can to buy Cerberus. Okay, so you have like two big negative catalysts Thursday, and this stock's going to crash. And everyone's telling you Thursday's the big day. That's when DGXX is going to explode. No, dumbasses, no. The big day's now. It started now. Okay, it's now for the next 24 hours. That's when the big time period is. Now, this is what I wanted to get at. There is a factor potentially that might change that. It might cause DGXX to continue Thursday into Friday. I'll lean against it because of the dynamics I just talked about are so strong. But that item is that the 175 million ATM that's going on right now, that's being powered through. You can see the company here in 4 candles raised $75 million. And these 2 candles, they're on their way to selling 100 million. I could do the math, but it's probably at this point roughly only 40 million, maybe 45. I doubt it. I'm just eyeballing it. So they still have to sell more in their ATM. Now, if and when they come out with a filing that says we're done with our ATM and we have enough funding now for the next phase or 2 and we don't need money for a while, then you can see the stock explode like 20% just on that filing. Okay. So it's possible that filing comes out later this week, but it's also possible that they expand the ATM, make it even larger. Okay, so that's an X factor that we don't know how that's going to play out towards the late part of the week. The low-hanging fruit is DGXX top pick today because people are now positioning, and I put this out at like 1 p.m., by the way. I put out an alert in our Discord. I said, now is the time to get your positioning in DGXX, and if you're not in it, DGXX or Wi-Fi. I already had a big position in DGXX, so I didn't add more, but I added more in Wi-Fi. Why? Because the big day, the last day, the big surge, the peak that I always talk about is the day before the IPO. Big day that DGXX goes up. Then what do traders want to do? They want to get in before that. They're going to get in the afternoon before. So you're starting to see the run now. So the big run, the Cerberus hype is from an hour and a half ago when I put it in our Discord through tomorrow. That's the meat of the move. Okay. Then there's fundamentals and technicals and everything that to derive our price targets. Our price target was 8 to 11. When you put this out, that's the initial range. Okay. 8 to 11. We're well into the 8 range. We hit 843. So that's my hopefully base target. We'll see our base case. Hopefully our base case is that we can hopefully get towards the top end of the range tomorrow. Right. Seems crazy, but maybe we get towards 11. Right, 8 to 11. Looking at the weekly, monthly chart here, maybe the monthly is better. There's a chance, you never know, that this stock can see $14 by the end of the week. Probably not, but it's a chance. Okay. All right. So that's the story with top pick DGXX. Whew, that was a mouthful. I'm going to pause there. Dougie, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Ben? A lot of talking.
Doing great. I mean, this is a trade idea that I've had a lot of experience with and it seems to always work for me. So I just wanted to break it down for you guys. And like people ask me, what's my price target? Like, where am I selling DGXX? I don't have a price that I've been trimming on the way up. But when am I going to sell the bulk of my shares? It's not at a specific price. It's at a specific time, right? I have a time exit, not a price exit. So I'm looking at selling DGXX tomorrow after 3, maybe into after hours, sometime between 3 p.m. and depending on how the hype is and how the technicals look. But, you know, that's the peak. In my experience, the peak is going to be the night before the IPO, which is the next morning, right? The Cerberus. So
that's Thursday morning.
Yeah, as of now, right? That can always change. So that was a top pick there, which is paying dividends for us. And my account flipped green. Had a little difficulty in the morning, even though my macro note was spot on, right? With the hedge idea that I gave you guys in the morning. You were on the live stream with me, like IWM puts, let's do it. Yeah. I made a few thousand on IWM puts. I just had, my size wasn't enough. I had way too many longs. It just was not enough. And I wanted to get a huge position in TZA in pre-market, but my broker didn't let me because I'm only allowed to buy levered ETFs with settled cash in my brokerage account, which is stupid, but
yeah, it sucks.
All right. Anyway, So yeah, so I actually had a rough morning and I was down, and it really didn't turn around until I made good money on AVEX. That was good, but it really didn't turn around until DGXX turned around. So we're in the green now. I'm also on Wi-Fi that I think I'm going to ride at least into probably into tomorrow. I think I'm going to swing Wi-Fi into tomorrow. Same thesis as DGXX. Okay.
We're getting some comments here from about BTBT. I think it's Dougie. Is that your pick or something?
Yeah. More how are you? More something.
BTBT is just a proxy of Wi-Fi. They own a lot of Wi-Fi shares. So
yeah, that white fiber stake. I just thought it was going to run because of Bitcoin, but you had mentioned yesterday it's because it's Cerebus IPO.
So, but now that you know, anytime you like BTBT, you're probably better off at Wi-Fi because the price action is better in Wi-Fi than BTBT. I think, but it's up to you. But now you can look at them and see they generally move the same, but Wi-Fi tends to move a little bit better than BTBT. You can see it like surging right now, beautiful. But yeah, they should have the same chart roughly.
I gotta look that up, Eric. Who the heck is cousin from the show Bear? I have no idea. I'm looking it up now. So that's who I look like. It's funny.
So, and anyway, just big picture too. I just want to mention that when we were shorting this morning, I put in the Discord, but I suggested that when we got near I said the 20 DMA is the target. When we got near there, I'm like, I think the selling's exhausted. I wish I was more definitive about it. And I'm like, going into IWM call, I did it actually myself. I didn't call it on the Discord. I went to IWM calls, but I don't like trading indices, and I quickly got out of it. Right? I hate trading indices. So, but that was just beautiful. So that was a prediction that worked out, basically correcting on the CPI to the 20 DMA. It might be over. That might be the correction. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I did reduce Micron and AOI in my long-term account this morning at pretty good prices. Especially the AOI. We put alert out on AOI. It was like 205 when I reduced it. So I am a little bit concerned that we could be at a local top in the AI infrastructure play. Not the ultimate top. It's 1999, not 2000. So maybe there's a local top here and a breather for a couple weeks of consolidation. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a risk. We have to see how the charts play out, and I'll look at them in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning, you'll be able to tell a little better.
Yeah, with QQQ and SPY. But right now, IWM just looks like it. 20 DMA. I said IWM looks like it might be done. Right off the 20 day. Sure. Eric, is there a target for Wi-Fi? I'll tell you the same thing. It's a time exit for me, not a price exit. But let's look at the technicals here. You have a lot of what used to be support here that it violated this morning at around 2650. So that would be a target it's reaching for right now. But I mean, looking at this, I would hope we get a lot more by tomorrow. Honestly,
try to get to like 31.
I would hope that we can kind of, who knows, maybe we can break 29. Yesterday's high, but I don't have as much conviction in this one. I feel like I understand the dynamic span DGXX a lot better than Wi-Fi. Dr. Paul Christensen in our community, he knows both of them really well, especially Wi-Fi. I haven't taken much of an interest in Wi-Fi. I've taken a much more interest in DGXX. So that's kind of like his name, Wi-Fi. So it makes it hard for me to have conviction on the price target. But I would say roughly it should follow the same kind of pattern as DGXX, and that we should see the peak tomorrow afternoon and into after hours. Now, someone's bringing up EOSC. Thank you. I'll bring that up. EOSC was the biggest winner. It was one of the reasons my account was up 5% or so yesterday, was because we nailed EOSC on Friday and Monday, right? We're in a swing position into Friday, and we're loading up Friday end of the day, looking for this break into the gap, and we got it Friday. But I put a target all the way up there at 990, didn't quite get to it. Earnings are tomorrow morning, and they had pre-announced good earnings. EOSC did. Okay. So I ended up selling everything yesterday, but I bought some back for an end of day FOMO anticipation run. I was looking for 840, didn't quite get there. I don't know that I want to hold this into earnings, guys. I'm in a position now, but I think I'm going to be selling it in after hours. Okay. Or pre-market before they report. Let me see what time they report tomorrow morning. 1 second. So EOSC reports 6:30 a.m. I can only start trading at 7 a.m. So I'm going to be I will likely sell If I have to buy back EOSC higher, I think I'd prefer doing that. I don't like taking risk into earnings reports usually. With companies I know really well, I may do it. By the way, I also own EOSC in my long-term account. Over there in my long-term account, I always hold through earnings reports. That's a different story. So I own EOSC in my long-term account, and I'm holding it through the earnings report. Actually, I hope I still own it in my long-term. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know if it looks great going into the earnings. I wouldn't trust it.
You and I are playing two different games when it comes to that. So in my long-term in my long-term account, I'm holding EOSC through the earnings report. But in the short-term account, as is my standard policy, I don't like holding into the earnings. But I make exceptions. Like for Watt's reporting tomorrow afternoon, and I do plan on holding through the Watt earnings. But I can't get into all the reasoning why. But I can explain everything. I don't know if I have time. I probably don't have time to do it now for the guests who are watching today. But so it's I'm very, very selective of what I hold through earnings. Actually, Pew, I am holding a position into the earnings report. They report tomorrow morning, and that's something I'm taking a risk on. A lot of it's not chart based, guys. It's based on the last earnings. Okay, and everything that's happened fundamentally between the last earnings and catalyst wise, between the last earnings and now, what is the news flow? And do I think it's going to be a slam dunk for great earnings? And for Watt, the answer is yes. For Pew, the answer is probably yes, but there's a big margin of safety because they traded a negative enterprise value. Maybe they trade at $0 today after the move the last 2 days. Enterprise value, so you're basically buying the company for free. But based on the earnings report last quarter, I'm going to be taking a small risk in Pew into earnings. I'll be taking a bigger risk of Watt into the earnings report. I will not take a risk in EOSC in the earnings report, except for my long-term account because I like the company long-term. But short-term, I'm not convinced that they've made it over the hump yet. But this gap is just so beautiful. This gap is so beautiful. So that's why I'm holding it. I think it might run in after hours tonight. I think EOSC might run hard into the 8 p.m. close. And I have an 840 target for today. So that's a trade for me. And I'm looking for possibly an exit of 840 here between now and 8 p.m. All right. That's a mouthful. There's a lot going on, huh?
Yeah,
it really is. You know, one trade, not many people are still talking about this, but one trade I have long term is Chegg. I'm in long dated puts for that one.
Chegg, isn't that an insurance company?
No, Chegg is like a app that people use to cheat on homework and stuff. So that was like big in
this
college.
one, this 94-cent company?
Yeah, exactly.
EGG?
So ever since ChatGPT came out, they've lost like, I don't know, almost $15 billion or something. Oh. And no one uses it. And this thing's going to file for bankruptcy pretty soon if you look at
financials. So you're short?
I've been short, yeah. Oh, it's only around like not even 1% of my portfolio, but I'm in some long dated puts.
Cool.
Once this thing really gets going, this company is on the verge of being toast.
It's nice to have a few shorts in there to hedge and diversify.
Offset things.
Oh, yeah.
So in any case, let me move up at least what I'm focused on the rest of the day here today.
I got AV at the end of the day.
Oh, did it come back?
Hey, look at it. It's coming back now.
Oh, man. I was in this early. It looked like we were doing great. Guys.
Here we go.
All right, let's focus on our topics. All right, so
DGXX going to make a high.
There you go. I know. That's what I want to focus on. So Watt, DGXX, what were the other things? EOSC, where are you? EOSC. So it's okay. Watt. Let me put DGXX first, actually. Then EOSC, Watt, and I'm trying to sell these RTX call options. Maybe it's going to be tomorrow morning, and I think
yes, SenesTech earnings. Is
right, and right, SenesTech and after hours. Okay, well, I'll get to that in a second. Okay, so it's 3:30. So DGXX. Look, wow. I was like, I'm very strict with my allocations. I was looking at this thing today. I'm in the $8 calls and I was down big on them. And then they were so cheap here at like 11 o'clock in the morning. I was looking at them and I'm like, man, I know what my friend would do. He would average down. They were like 40 cents and my average was 95 cents. He would totally average down here. And I'm pretty sure it would work, but I didn't do it because I was like following allocation rules. I have a big allocation for me in DGXX. I didn't average down. My current allocation is 13% common shares and 4.7% in call options. That's crazy for me. You almost never see that. So I couldn't average down. All right. Like call options, I'm 1 to 2%. Once in a blue moon, I go 3-4%. Right now, because of the share, the appreciation of the options, I'm up at like 4.5%. So anyway, that's my current allocation size, and that's why my count is up nicely today. So 13% common shares, 4.5% in call options in DGXX. I'm not like nervous. I'm not like, when do I sell this at? Because I think tomorrow is the big day, right? This thing should explode tomorrow. So I'm not like chomping at the bit to sell. I sold all my $6 calls and I reduced the $7 calls. But right now, my biggest position is the $8 calls after the common. So it's common shares and $8 calls and $7 calls. And I think it's actually pretty safe to hold DGXX common shares into after hours. This thing can really run in after hours today. And I regret trimming what I did because I did trim some common shares today because that's like a no-brainer. So in any case, this is what we're focused on here the rest of the day. DGXX, Wi-Fi, EOSC. I think that's enough to have our eyes on. And AVEX, man, I wish I got back in on that. Now, for earnings, again, these are the earnings reports in after hours. These are daily charts, all right? Going basically from larger market cap to smaller, roughly. All right, Carmen, AIP, Oklo, IDN, Evolve, a lot of small companies today. Actually, a bunch of money Mark Gomes companies.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still in IDN. I think he might be. Evolve is something he used to cover. IZEA something. A lot of money mark stocks today. But that's just how the calendar went. All right, lots of small companies today. All right, Oklo, IDN, Evolve, IZEA, AREC, Velo, SenesTech. We will be carrying. SenesTech is a sponsor of the Story Trading Community. We haven't done much with them in a long time because their CEO was gone. They didn't have a CEO. Last week, they announced a new CEO. So we want to get to know him. We'll interview him at some point in the future, soon, probably very soon. But for now, we're going to be live streaming. What time is the conference call, Rhett, for SenesTech?
5 p.m.
Long day for me. All right.
Oh, man, I got a T-ball game at 5 p.m.
All right. You enjoy that. So SenesTech, I guess we'll be like between 4 and 5 p.m. I guess we're going to be like watching the fireworks in DGXX and EOSC. I guess that's what we'll be doing. And then at 5 p.m., look at that chart on DGXX. Oh, I'm jumping out of my seat.
Beautiful.
Jumping out of my seat. Holy crap. You guys should I tell them how much I'm up on DGXX?
Yeah.
Today or this month? Oh, let's see. Ooh, you got to be kidding me. In my trade account, this is crazy. Is this my trade account? Holy smokes. This is turning out to be one of my bigger wins of the year. Wow. You got to be kidding me. Wow, I'm up $68,000, Rhett.
Wow, that's awesome.
There you go.
Dude, that's one of my bigger wins of the year.
Good job,
in my trade account, DGXX. Woo! And I also have some in my retirement swing account, believe it or not, just common shares. Wow. Dude, this thing really ended up paying. Man, I was early. I bought it in my retirement account at $550. Now it's $840, and I haven't sold any yet. Okay, so tomorrow's the day to sell. Don't talk to me about prices. Talk to me about time. All right. Tomorrow's the day to sell DGXX. It's fun, huh? So, gosh. All right. So these are the ERs. And by the way, I don't want to say that I do it all the time, but we try to go live at 3 or 3:30 p.m. when there's significant ERs after the close. And I can't do it all the time. Sometimes I have personal conflicts, but I don't know if you could see this. You guys see this document?
I can't.
Let's go full screen. Watch this for a second so you guys can see. All right. You see this printout?
Hold on. Let me remove me. Oh, wait.
It's a little hard to see. This is a table of all the analysts, the expectations for revenue and EPS on the curated list that I came up with for earnings. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So every day I put this together. I go through the ERs and I decide which ones do I want to have quick analyses on. And after hours, I have my Benzinga news feed. We have our live trading right here on the screen. And, we'll jump in and not always, but make predictions really quickly and analyze and say, hey, this is a net positive, a net negative. I think, they're going to be buyers. I think they're going to be sellers. Like yesterday, we thought ASTS are going to be sellers, so we shorted it. So look at this DGXX. It's just beautiful.
Oh, it's going.
So this is part of our process. I always do it, right? I have the revenue EPS analyst estimate for this quarter, next quarter, full year, next year. but it's an art. It's not a science. It's not fully quantitative. There's a lot of qualitative factors in here determining which ones I could be interested in. There's a lot of background knowledge. It's already curated by companies that I have some sort of familiarity with, and I have a bias towards and against certain companies for different reasons, right? And I have certain superior, more knowledge in certain companies than others, right? So that all goes into the context when I make a quick decision. It's all being calculated at the same time together with what they just reported to make a judgment call. Do I want to jump into the stock or not? And it doesn't always work, obviously, but more times than not, it's worked, and it's very fruitful. We together often make a lot of money in after hours. I don't anticipate doing a lot in after hours today because most of the companies reporting are smaller e-liquid companies. So maybe Evolve, okay? Maybe Evolve, I could be interested in if they beat maybe IBN. AIP's come up a long way, so for that reason, even if they have a good report, I don't think. Maybe Carmen is something I'd be interested in, KRMN, right? That might be it. I know, yeah. There is one that may be worth taking a risk in if you're a fan of Money Mark Gomes, is IZEA. He talks very, very highly of this company and has a reason to believe they're going to beat. There are no analyst estimates, and I haven't done the research to know what the expectations are, right? So there's a way of doing that. I haven't done that research, so I won't really. Quick, the problem with Stargazer with Quick is we were so early. Like I was like pounding the table on this, like in a big way, when the thing was like $5-6, and no one listened to me on X. I'm like, what the hell? It eventually moved a little bit, went to like $7-8, right? I don't know if you remember. Made a little bit of money, and then I pieced out. And then the thing went to $20 after all the freaking, people who like to pump on X.
Start pumping it. Let's go.
Yeah, like we had the right thesis on it. We were very early in terms of the space connection and their radiation hardened chips and everything. So I know all about Quick, but it's just come too far. I can't.
We traded that.
Stargazer, I can't go into Quick after it's up like that, right? Like I like to be early. That's my mantra is I'm first to the party and first to leave.
Yeah, I wouldn't get in that.
I don't like to chase what everyone else is in. Right. So I was in very early and Quick. Made a little money. The party came, and I don't want to be part of it when everyone's trampling over it, like all the sheep and the monkeys and the apes trampling over that. Not my thing. Sorry. Okay. So, wow, look at this. Look at this just coming together so beautifully.
DGXX is beautiful.
These picks are just coming together. These end of day trades, right? Like Wi-Fi coming together really nice over here. Got into Wi-Fi for a day trade here. I might swing it overnight, but man, I'm up nice on it at 24.43, up almost $2 already. EOSE, I'm liking this too, man. New? What's that?
Hold on, guys. Sorry to cut you off, Ben. Is this new news from Ollie? The Federal Communications Commission approved SpaceX acquisition of approximately 65 megahertz of mid-band spectrum from EchoStar Corporation, paving the way for the deployment of a next-generation direct to device D2D network across the United States. Whoa.
Yeah.
That'd be big for SATs then.
Is that GSAT? More G.
Or is that GSAT?
No, EchoStar. Which one's EchoStar?
That's SATs. SATs.
Oh, that is SATs.
Yeah, that's SATs. Yeah.
I'm in. I love it. All right, let's go put this out. So SATs is. You know what? Maybe I'm going to add more options.
That looks nice after that little dip today. I got some tomorrow. I think I might
135 calls. I'm going to add a few more because these are the ones I've been accumulating for the SpaceX IPO. June 18th, 135. I just added more of them. In fact, I just averaged up.
I have 129 calls. And I'm going to buy some more.
I just averaged up. So this is one of my bigger positions right now.
Right.
And this, by the way, the same thing. You heard me talk about DGXX.
129.
And the dynamics with the IPO, same thing with SATs. And SATs is going to run hard over the next few weeks, especially when, hot tip, and I kind of alluded to it earlier with the Yahoo and Alibaba, when the date of the SpaceX IPO is announced, SATs will be up at least 5% that day, maybe 10%, depending on where it is before that announcement. So I'm looking for a move to the 140s on SATs over the next 3 weeks or so. maybe 4. I don't know. SpaceX end of June, I think they're targeting. Could take a little longer. So we'll see. So is that new news that just came out? That I hope I added call options on new news.
I'm seeing this from Ollie. I'm gonna ask this.
Let me see, because I don't see it on Benzinga Pro. At least, oh yeah, I do. I do see it on Benzinga Pro. FCC docs. Here it is. Office of Chairman. Let's see what this says. May 12th. Yeah, it is May 12th. It says EchoStar, baby. Let's see. Okay, it says, I don't know if this is good for them, but let's go. Sale across the SpaceX. So I don't know how much money they get from that, but dude, there's no PR on this yet. This may not be fully circulated.
Yeah.
This may not be fully circulated, and you see it going up now. But I don't know fundamentally what that sale means. I don't know how much they're getting for the sale. I don't know what the expectations were. I don't know if there were but I don't care because I'm not in it for that. All I know is it's probably a positive tailwind. I'm in it for the SpaceX unlock. All right. I have a 14% position right now in common shares and a 2% position in call options. And beautiful. And by the way, Sats, okay, check this out. This morning was right here. Okay, Sats. What did I say about Sats? Sats, the re-rating into SpaceX IPO may have started. 137 plus could be coming within days. Hey, let's do it, baby. Let's get another prediction right.
Nice.
I'm having too much fun today, Rhett.
Yeah, today's a good. I showed up late, man. I wish I was here this morning because that would have been. Today's turning out to be a pretty good day, but it would have been an amazing day if I was here.
Hold on, let me check my RTX call options. I really want to get rid of these because actually I have not been successful with RTX, and I've been trying to play this breakout for like 2 weeks, every week with call options, and it failed for 2 weeks in a row. Finally, this third week, I'm making a little bit of money, and it's not going to make up for all the losses, but I just want to get out of it when this thing pops to that 20 DMA. 179.93 was yesterday's high. Dougie, would you say it makes sense to hold this overnight looking at this daily chart?
Which one you saying?
RTX.
RTX?
Yeah.
I mean, it does look pretty good, I must say. And Lockheed Martin, remember we were saying the aerospace and defense, they all, Northrop Grumman, Huntington Ingalls, look at them today. Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, you do have that resistance. I do think you come up to that 20 area right now.
So what? If you had, I have 182.50 call options. They're worth about $1 right now. What would you do if you were me? Would you close those out right here or try to get an exit tomorrow?
I think an exit tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing then. Thank you, Dougie.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, I know about the Wendy's news. I saw it. I didn't write about it in the morning though.
Wendy's, like WEN.
Yeah, there's
what they do.
Wendy's, the food company. The
restaurant. I said, what did they do? I didn't know what they did.
Wendy's.
No, he's asking the news, Ben.
What's the news?
Oh, what's the news? Oh, someone's trying to get money together to buy them out.
Ah, okay.
Okay. So
that sounded like what's that? When he's talking about the tattoo, he's like, "What's your tattoo say?" And he's like, "Dude," he's like.
So yeah, I saw that news, but I don't know. A lot of times it was too late. Sometimes it's too late. Sometimes when I wasn't at my desk, I think the news came out. I was getting ready in the morning. It was on my phone. Like we'd play those kind of catalysts if we're at our desk. And you can get on it quick, but I'm like, by the time we see it, it'll probably be up too much. I didn't even bother writing about it. So yeah, I knew about the news there. But yeah, we had our eye on other things which are working out. Anyway, yeah, look, I'm still loaded in, so I'm gonna swing RTX overnight. We've been swinging Sats, and I just added to it.
Me too. I just added some.
I'm taking EOSC into after hours, but I want to sell it before tomorrow morning's earnings report. I'm probably swinging Wi-Fi and DGXX into tomorrow, unless they explode in after hours. Then I'll take some off the table on Wi-Fi and DGXX. Okay, so these are some nice things we got going on right now. Only thing I kind of regret was I didn't get back in AVEX.
That looks pretty good right now.
Yeah, that was our number one pick of the day, I believe.
Know.
Yeah, and we played it, but I didn't get back. And holy shoot! Thank God I capitulated on the MRAM short this morning. Remember, we're short IWM, we're short the Soxol.
Oh,
Soxol
I know. They
index.
went straight up.
But I was also looking for individual semis to short. So I was short MRAM, and it worked for a while, and then it failed, and I got out, and thank God I got out. Holy crap!
Look at it
Damn.
explode right now.
Oh my
What
God!
stock ticker's that?
Whew.
MRAM.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh! Thank God. I hope everyone else in the
Everspin.
Discord covered.
Whoa.
Whoever was
Holy
shorting with me, I hope you all covered that. That failed. Oh my God! Thank God we got
Wow.
out. Jeez, Louise, that's ridiculous.
What you
That's
call
crazy.
forming a W pattern here? AOI.
Wait a second. I gotta double check. Let me make sure I got out. Do you ever panic like that? Like I hope I
Yes, all
sold
the
over.
time when you do something
All right,
like
yeah,
that.
thank God. All right, I'm all out. Whew. That was scary. All right. EOSCs, I think a slam dunk for after hours, by the way. 840 right there. Maybe even 850. Maybe even 850 tonight. So I have I got like 10,000 shares that I'm riding into after hours.
Their earnings are tomorrow, right? Yeah.
And look at this AVEX. Oh, I wish I went back in the AVEX. Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Look at Axon.
Look at stats, baby. Oh, is Axon coming back?
Mm-hmm.
No, that kind of failed.
As I just said, it just spiked up right
That
there.
kind of failed on us because there's a swing, but I added more call options this morning because I thought money was rotating back into like value and overlook names. Not that this is cheap, but oh well. Anyway, look at Sats, baby.
Sats
Holy
going.
smokes.
What are we getting out of these short-term shares we picked up?
And what?
Sats.
Who picked up short-term shares?
No, I'm saying those other ones we just had added there.
The call options.
The call options we've been adding.
I added more. No, I'm.
You're just gonna hold them?
Yeah, that's part of my launch for the SpaceX IPO and the move to like the 140s. Velo earnings, yes, there's Velo earnings. I'll look at it. Velo analysts are looking for 10 million. I'll say it like this. Let's look at the Velo chart. Velo daily chart, not bad. Okay, if the revenue comes in like 12 million at least, I might jump on it. A big problem with this company is profitability, though. So we'll have to see if they give some numbers or guidance or something about how their profit margins are improving and profitability, all that kind of stuff makes it more compelling. But honestly, I don't feel a big need to play earnings, Rhett, in after hours because we're just killing it right now.
Yeah, definitely.
No, and these plays that we're in are kind of after hours plays anyway. I expect continuation in DGXX, Wi-Fi, and EUSC and after hours. So why do I want to take a risk jumping into an earnings play in after hours? So we'll analyze the earnings, but I'm probably not going to do much, okay? Unless there's something like a blowout and I can't control myself, which happened.
Yeah. Look at the Q. Look at the Q.
Q's ripping right there.
Yeah.
Look at AVEX. Oh my God, I wish I got back.
A lot of stuff throwing up here.
Look at Wi-Fi, baby, and EOSC. EOSC is hopefully going to blow in after hours. That's looking really good.
Man, those dips and Dram. Did anyone buy any dips and Dram or no?
Godfather did.
Yeah, saw that this morning.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I actually sold some of my MU today, but I kept all the Dram in case Godfather's right. I kept all the Dram. I'm only going to sell the Dram when he tells me to.
Yeah, if we would listen to some of his long-term trades.
I did. We did. I still have one.
I know, but I always sell them so early. It's like we bought app at $50-$60. We sold it at like what, $80 or $100. Then it runs to $500.
Yeah, but you know what? Like when the conversation stops and we move to other things, like to really keep something over a long term, like you got to keep up with it. You know, you don't keep up with it, you get distracted with something new, and you know.
Then all of a sudden it goes down. You don't even pay attention to it. You don't
and like,
remember.
I don't know. Did he like it the entire time? We don't necessarily know because we didn't really talk about it. So I know with the Dram has been on it the whole year, right? So that's
he's been on it since $30.
But dude, he gave us AGX, and I'm up 376% on AGX. That was just my choice to really hold it long term. I did trim here and there, absolutely.
Oh yeah, that was
43. They're now $683. Still have it in my retirement account on AGX. That was just beautiful.
Remember him and you when you guys align on stuff. MBIS at $25.
Oh, that was a
Biggest
beautiful.
mistake ever.
That we were all into that. That was just so obvious.
It was just the hold though.
And by the way, Watt holding that into tomorrow. I did expect a good day in Watt yesterday, though. Didn't happen. Expected a good day today. Didn't quite happen, although we did red to green, kind of.
It's moving now, actually.
So I expect another good day tomorrow, and I might be 0 for 3. So we'll see, but I'm holding it until tomorrow. All right. So they have earnings tomorrow afternoon. I expect it to be a good one. I expect some FOMO buyers to get in ahead of that report on Watt tomorrow. So where are we with RTX? I didn't quite get there yet.
6 minutes till the close.
6 minutes. So we'll switch
ASTS,
to
wow. Breakers break 1902 is buying me a dips in ASTS. I give that to you.
Yeah, I mean, I have my long-term shares, and I'm just gonna keep them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let what I have ride, and that's it.
Wi-Fi, beautiful. I may have. At this point, I may have to take some profits on Wi-Fi, because this one's not as liquid as in after hours as DGXX. So this might. I'll probably have a nice opportunity. I'm gonna sell 1/3 of the Wi-Fi here. 24.43. I'm gonna sell right here. Hopefully,
maybe we get another little run here.
I just sold some Wi-Fi. Hopefully, it'll be $30 tomorrow, but we'll see. Another run here in DGXX.
Yeah.
No, I think it's gonna run between after hours and tomorrow morning. I have like no urgency at all to sell any more of my DGXX right now.
All right. Well, tell us when you're gonna sell it. I'll sell it when you do. I bought some options.
The options tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow afternoon. Maybe in the morning, depending. Like if the thing gaps up at 11, then I'm selling in the morning, obviously. But otherwise, if we're seeing like an up and right kind of day tomorrow, and we're grinding up all day, then my exit will be around 3 p.m. On the options. So I got 4 minutes left. And you know what I have to do is I gotta move over these stocks we're watching in after hours into the ER list so I can keep tabs on it while we're looking at the ERs. That's that. So DGXX, Wi-Fi, and ESO primarily. Yeah, those three. Yeah, so go to ER list. There they are. So now we can keep an eye on the price action in case we want to sell anything in after hours. And then we have our ERs over here. I didn't check the timing. By the way, did we do our... Oh, my God. Let's just read this. Since you can join Story Trading at storytrading.com. Just a disclaimer, no one here, none of our analysts or contributors are certified financial advisors. None of the content provided by Story Trading is meant to construe that. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Any discussed holdings may be liquidated at any time with little to no notice. Okay, you can see our website for further disclaimers. So we always try to give very timely notices on exits, but sometimes due to market conditions and things are moving really fast, may not always be possible to do that. And also, their market conditions change. So if we have something that intends to be a swing and we tell you, I like this for the long term, but then something can change, the market can crash, news can come, and it's like, you may sell it right away. So just keep in mind that, okay, that disclaimer. All right. Especially in my trading account. That does not really happen in my long-term account. Anytime I give an alert for a long-term holding, it's there until I tell you it's not. And making changes maybe like a few times a month, depending on how busy things are and what the opportunities are, maybe more often. Well, I'm not reacting too much to news and charts in the long-term account. All right, it's 2 minutes, 3:58 p.m. In the trade account, I absolutely am. It's all about protecting capital. I try to make a profit each and every single day in my short-term account. Some people don't like that. Too bad. That's what I do. All right. I manage my stuff very, very tightly. I cut losses all the time. If something's not working for the day, that means I can miss out on swing profits on something I have a strong thesis in. It happens often. But net, I like the outcome of it better. It smooths out my chart, smooths out my returns. I don't really have big drawdowns because of that in my short-term account. All right, 358. EGXX, Wi-Fi, EOSE. That sucks to see this drop. As you saw, I told you, I have a big position in EOSE. I was hoping for this to, maybe it'll do it in after hours. I bought this a little bit high. I think I'm down on it now. Oh no, I bought it 808. Not bad. Hold on a second. 802. What was my latest entry on this? EOSC. Oh no, my latest entry was 814. So I'm down 5 cents on it. That's just meant to be a day trade this afternoon, so I'd really like to see that soar here in after hours, but I don't know. Didn't want this into the close. EGXX Wi-Fi looking good into the close.
Yeah, they do look solid. Watt looks pretty good going into the close here.
I'm holding all of it.
Just glitch on you, or
Wow,
is that
that's-
just glitch?
Did what glitch?
My DGXX calls just went down to 20 cents
Oh,
for the
I don't know.
midpoint for the $9.
I don't know. I'm in the 8s. But Watt, I'm holding the whole thing, a big position into tomorrow. Okay. Let's go to our ER list. Let's go to our Benzinga Pro news feed. This is a little bit of a different day. Like a lot of e-liquid microcaps. Probably I'm not going to do much, but we're also watching news feed for unrelated news. Other, catalysts that can move stock. So I got that pulled up as well. What's most likely to move? Carmen, I think. KRMN, if they beat nicely, I think you can see a quick 5, 10 to 15% move on Carmen.
That's an aerospace and defense one.
Yeah. AIP is just too high for me. I don't really care what they report. I can't chase it. Here we go. Wow, lots of things just came in, including Oklo and IZEA. IZEA 6.6 million. I don't know what was expected at all. Let me see what they reported last quarter. Q4, they reported
revenue of 6.8 million is what it says here.
Q4.
Analysts expect non-GAAP EPS of minus 0.5.
Wait, you had an analyst estimate for that?
That's what it says here. Yeah,
they went sequentially from 6.1 million to 6.6 million. Adjusted EBITDA went from a loss of 900,000 to a loss of 500,000. It's not exciting to me.
Yeah, it don't look anything.
Mark
crazy.
likes it. Okay, let's see what other news came out. Oklo came out. Oklo, I'm not interested in this because they're not no revenue yet, right? So, and their earnings are on their website. So screw you. I'm not even gonna look at it.
No.
That's what happens when you put your earnings as a shareholder newsletter. I don't look at your stock. Goodbye. All right. DGXX looking good. Oh, so Carmen. So we can cross out a couple things already. Oklo came in, not really interested. IZEA came in, not really interested. Carmen is probably, I think, the one most poised to make a $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8 move if they have a big beat. It's the most liquid. They're already profitable. Okay. Their valuation is not crazy. It's 8 times next year's revenue. All right. It's trading at 60 forward PE. All right. Chart's been destroyed. Okay. So if they beat nicely, you'll see the stock running many dollars. And look at DGXX. Not a worry. We're chill. We're relaxed. It's going up. We know it's going up. Easy market psychology to understand that one.
SATS looking real good too.
In after hours?
Yeah, it's jumping up there.
No, it's just a few shares. Don't count.
It's got a nice minute candle anyway.
Yeah.
Doesn't look bad. Looks like it's going to continue to run tomorrow.
Yeah, the daily chart's nice.
Yeah.
It just doesn't really move in after hours. Quick is out. Quick Logic. Get ready for possible disappointment. Let's see. First quarter revenue is 5.1 million.
It's
Yep,
down.
watch Quick might go down hard, guys.
Oh,
It's
it already
a-
is down
Short it.
16
If you can short it,
7% of
if
it.
you can short it.
Ooh,
All right.
wow.
down
I-
20%.
yeah, try.
Down 11.
Where is it? Where is it on my chart? Where?
It's
Why
down
isn't it here?
11.23%.
Yeah, if you can short that.
Oh,
That.
down 16%.
There you go.
Wow. That
Well,
was crazy.
I wasn't ready to act on that, but yeah, that's a. And that's the
Nice.
same setup as Kodak, which is why I wasn't interested in Kodak. I mean, the crowd just going crazy over these little micro cap. I mean, no. Okay, that's another one. I probably should have shorted that before the report. Anyway,
Yeah, Sinez Tech is today, and they're gonna play it.
yeah,
They're gonna hop
Quick.
off because I gotta
If
go to
this-
the ball.
yeah. Go ahead. If this pop,
I'll
I
see
don't
you
know.
guys.
I might. Just for fun, just because we're here, I might short a little quick. Here, just like 500 shares. No, not buy, sell short. But if you do it ahead of me and then I can't get it, then I'm not going to do it. Like 1650, can I get filled there? Probably not. What the hell?
Velo's numbers are out.
Velo's out. Velo, very good beat. Buy that. Short quick, buy Velo. Okay. Velo looks like a big beat here. Big beat on revenue. Okay. I just bought a bunch. I think. I don't know if it filled or what. Where are we at? I gotta check. What happened?
There it goes.
I mean,
There it goes.
I got to see if I got in. Stupid Fidel. I got in at 15.18. All right, oh, baby.
Nice.
Oh yeah, baby. I'm up
Then
over
you're gonna
4
start
grand.
covering your short on Quick.
Ooh, I'm not. I don't know if I filled on Quick. Hold on. I got to take some profits on this bad boy here. I missed it. I wanted to sell at 1650.
No, you'll get it.
1650. Should I put a limit order?
Yeah, it's past it, Ben.
No, it's not. It's 16.
It was just
It's
1660.
Okay, I'm at the
1650 now.
ask. Hold on.
I see it.
I don't know if I filled. Did my quick short fill? I told you we weren't going to do anything. I was wrong. We're having some fun here.
Yeah, we are.
The quick didn't fill. I tried to short quick. It didn't fill.
All
I
right,
had
you should be out. You should be out, Velo, or trim that.
I sold half. Yeah, I trimmed half. Quick, I tried to short it at 1650. It didn't work. But hey, I gave you a good idea. Maybe you shorted at 16. All right, dude. Velo, I'm making thousands of dollars on, guys. That's beautiful.
Is Sinez Tech out?
Woohoo! I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna trim more Velo here. Let me see if I can sell some at
Let
17.
me look. Sinez Tech.
Let's see if I can sell some at 17. Well, let's go to the daily chart on this. Oh yeah, I think maybe this thing is gonna hit 18. Let me look at IDN is out. I don't know, mixed results on the money market stocks. EPS beats, but revenue miss. Sinez Tech is out. Give me a minute. We'll get to that. Oh, Sinez Tech is up 10%. I gotta look at that too. All right, well, we'll look at that. But first, I gotta make my money on Velo. I'm at the ask $17. Someone buy those shares from me. Come on. I know you want it. Come on. Oh, I think it did. I think I sold some 17. Hold on. Did it go through? Yeah, baby. I bought 4,000 Velo at 15. Sold 2,000 at 1650, 1,000 at 17. Got another 1,000 to sell. AIP beats. No, kind of. But nah, I think AIP might even go down after that. No, AIP's up. That's unbelievable. Dude, they keep pushing this thing. That's unbelievable. I mean, that to me, that's like, okay, they beat by a little bit. I get it. They beat. How much is the market cap on this? Nah, I just can't. I can't chase that. I can't chase AIP. But dude, this is man, today's show, a great example of how we do the earnings, right? The quick call to short quick, the quick call to buy Velo. What beautiful when we come prepared like this. Hope you guys are enjoying the show.
Ben, I'm not seeing Sinestec. I'm seeing Sinestec down.
Sinestec is out. It was up, now it's down. Let's see. I revenue increased to 493,000 year over year. I'll have to look at it later. Let me first get out of Velo. That Velo might go to 18, I think. Dude, beautiful. Oh, Velo makes up for some of the mistakes I made early today, especially in pre-market on the ONON. I screwed the hell out of that one. That was a terrible mistake I made in Velo. Oh, now we're down. Should I just sell and be done with it? I'm up nicely.
Might as well.
I sold 75% of the shares. I was keeping another 25% to see if we run to 18, but I don't like this candle. And I feel like I need to lock it in. But wait, it's only 409. We got more time. Wait a second. Evolve raises guidance. Evolve has a decent beat, guys. Evolve, decent beat out of Evolve. You may see this stock going up in after hours. Let's look at the daily chart. They beat on the top and the bottom line, and they raised guidance pretty decently. I've had trouble trading Evolve, though. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't act as predictably as I would like. But that was a decent here. How much is it up? It's up 4%. I'm getting just a very small amount of shares. Don't expect anything on this, guys. At 728. All right, so I got that. Carmen's out. That's the big one. That let's see, record revenue 151 million. That beat 150 million. How about the EPS? How's Carmen doing? Carmen. It's initially down. Oh, did I miss it? Hold on. Record quarterly. What's the EPS? Raising 2026 outlook to 720 to 735. 2026 720. So it's up a little bit. What's the EPS here? I can't find the EPS. Am I missing it? Why can't I find the EPS? Does anyone have the EPS on Carmen? I'm like eyeballing it and I don't see it. Oh, non-GAAP adjusted EBITDA diluted share of 11 cents in line. So the EPS in line, okay, on Carmen, the revenue slight beat and the revenue guidance a slight beat. I don't know if that's enough to move the stock. It might be tomorrow. You might have to listen to the conference call, get more. I don't know. It's not enough for me.
RCAT offering.
Who? RCAT?
RCAT offering.
No way. Really?
Yep.
Probably down on that.
Flashed across.
Oh, it's right. That was a while ago. It was 5 minutes ago. Down 6%. Oh, look at that. Turning out to be an eventful after hour. I can't believe AIP is up 17% on that report. Like the market's so crazy.
Now.
It's like what? It's 80 million revenue. Okay, they beat revenue like 22 million instead of 20 million. So like 80 million. Like how much is? What's the 10? This is trading at like 15, 20 times. Is it forward sale? I don't know. I just can't. I can't chase these things. I like to be early. I like to buy things cheap. What's this? Carmen, some news out on Carmen. Wait, another news release. It might go on this one. Carmen receives contingent demand commitments for key space and defense. Total. I don't know. I might take a risk on Carmen here. All right, I'm going to take a risk on Carmen here. There's a secondary release that just came out about some $1 billion contract or something. Let me see if I can get in at 61. I don't want to pay 62. I don't know. I think I'm going to miss it. I just missed it. Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't want to give up my gains from... Yeah, I just missed it. I should have just hit the ask at 62. I missed it. Oh, no, now I'm in. Oh, what did I pay? Did I pay 61 or 62? I may have made a mistake on this one. I'm getting a little over anxious. I'm getting a little jumpy here, making too much money. All right, let me at this point, let me sell the rest of the Velo, lock in those gains. Sell 1,000 Velo, 16. Watch it go to 18 right after I sell it too. All right, I'm out of the Velo. Might keep going. That's worth a look. Yeah, I don't like the spread in Carmen, but this just came out, which is why I got in. Separate business wire. Carmen receives contingent demand commitments for key space and defense program production with total potential multi-year value of more than $1 billion. These written expressions of intent and are contingent on Carmen's customers being funded contract. So no, now I don't like it anymore after I read it. It's too wishy-washy, too many contingencies. I don't like that. I got it. I might even take a loss on that after I read that. That's Stanley Druckenmiller style. Buy first, ask questions later. That's what we do in after hours trading, guys. I just took a loss on that one. It might go up tomorrow. I don't know, but that's fine because I just took a $500 loss on Velo, but we made bank. On Carmen, but we made bank on Velo, up $5,800. So up over $5,000 in after hours, guys. Whatever happened with Quick? Did I short it? No, never got to my short. Okay. I'm going to cancel that. I don't have time to be on top of that one here. Quick. Cancel. All right, so that's done. Evolve was a good report. Let's look at that again. 415 news dump. Hold on.
All right, I just inspected and went through the entire SenesTech earnings.
What are your thoughts?
Overall, it's bullish. There's only one concerning thing. Net loss widened to 2.1 million. And it looks like the reason for that was the one-time legal expense, and they had 443,000 in severance costs. So I'm sure that question will be brought up to see why that was. Why they paid those severance costs
that's
out.
Joel Fruin.
Yeah, so
those
are just one-off costs there. So it's nothing too concerning. But overall, it's growing. They're talking more about doing a subscription model there in this earnings. So I'm excited to see what they have to say about that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the whole story here is the new CEO. We want to hear what he says and hear whatever, like what's going on and what's going to happen. Like that's the story for SenesTech. We want to hear from the new CEO and hear his thoughts on the past and his guidance for the future. That's much more important than the numbers that were just released.
Wow, AIP ran almost to $40, $39.
I know. I'm glad I took that loss on Carmen.
Yeah, I think that's why we're kind of seeing a muted reaction in SenesTech right now.
And by the way, I think Evolve, Velo could really be in play tomorrow. I have to dig deeper later and I have to check their margin. How are their margins?
Yeah, me too. Progressive G. See how that goes.
Let me see what they say about profitability. Gross margins of 17%. Turn EBITDA positive in the second half of 2026. They're going to Velo could be in play tomorrow, guys, in a big way. This can see 18 plus by tomorrow, potentially. That's my early call that it's possible, but I got to learn more. I got to read social media, see what the experts think. Maybe if I have time, I'll listen to the conference call later on Velo, or at least read the transcript. But Velo is in play, and I'm just looking at it because I just read about I just read about the adjusted EBITDA profitability. So based on that, I think I may get back in a few shares. Let's see. Oops, made a mistake. Skinny finger error. I only bought 100 shares. I was trying to buy 1,000. I missed it. All right, now I got it. I got 1,000 shares. Evolve looks good, but I don't think I have time for it. We're killing it on names that are more liquid and people like. They're going well. So it might explode tomorrow. I don't know, but I don't have time for it. So 723, 77. I'm going to take a little bit of a loss here and get out so I can focus. Evolve, close. Yeah, all right, $100 loss there. That's good. Velo right now, as of this moment, I like Velo the best for continuation and after hours, guys. Yeah. And of course, we're watching a DGXX and Wi-Fi and EOSC and after hours. So DGXX. Okay, so now we got 4 that we're watching in after hours. Okay, Velo has the most proximal catalyst, so we'll put it right at the top. So Velo, EOSC, Wi-Fi, DGXX. Okay, we'll watch a Velo DGXX, actually, that order. So Velo, DGXX, EOSC, Wi-Fi, yeah. Those are the top things we're watching in after hours. And thank God I made that quick pivot and decided to get out of Carmen. So I would do Stanley Druckenmiller. Buy first, ask questions later. That's what we do in after hours because you have to. Things move so fast.
NXT.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, that's it.
It's about a freaking monsoon here.
All right, that's it. We went through.
Did you go through NXT, Ben, or no?
What's NXT? It wasn't on my list. I don't even know. What is
NXT?
Next Tracker? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, they're out.
Oh, 18 billion. I've never even heard of this company. Every day I come across like companies that are worth 20, 30, 40 billion that I've never heard of. I'm like, what? How many $20 billion companies can be that I've never heard of? It's just insane.
Ooh, they raised guidance.
NXT. Let's see. NXT. It's an energy company.
Yeah, it looks like it. Power asset approach.
I mean, their sales guidance. I don't know. I'm looking at their full year 2027. Maybe for the quarter they had a big beat. I don't know this company at all. I can't say anything about it.
Yeah, and it's at all-time highs. No thanks.
All right. Well, that was a really fun after hours, guys. I see a lot of you here. 550 folks watching. If you enjoyed this show and if you want more of these live streams, please put a comment in there just so I know, get some feedback. Put in like what should they type in the comments? Just put a 1 in there. That's it. Just type the letter 1, the number 1. So I know you're there and what you think. If you like this show, if it gives you value. And if it doesn't give you value and you think I suck, put a 2 in there. All right? How about that? All right. There we go. We're getting some numbers. Let's see what they are.
We got 2 1s.
I got 2 1. Keep going with those numbers.
3. There we go.
4.
Oh, wow. Now we're flowing.
These are all YouTube. These are all our Discord folks. There's one person.
It's public too.
There's one person. If you're on X, especially, I want to hear from you guys because most of the 550 people here are on X, and we have all our Discord people responding. So I appreciate you. But if you're on X and watching this, let me know what you think. 1, if you like this show and if you want to see more of these live streams, and 2, if you think I'm stupid and this sucks. All right. So let's see. So we got our live stream at 5 p.m. At some point, I'm going to take a little bit of a break here. Are we sure this Nasdaq live stream is 5 p.m. and not like 4:30?
Yeah, that's what I read. Unless it got changed. Hold on.
I don't know. I know. I was just hoping it's 4:30 so we can get out of here sooner. But okay. Is it on a website live stream? How are we going to stream this?
Yeah,
here?
5 p.m. Webcast. Here, I'll pull it up.
5 p.m. webcast. There it is. I see it. App 5 p.m. Let's just make sure I can get on. Yeah. Okay.
Here, I'll do it, Ben.
I have it. Oh, you wanted the live stream? Oh, we got time. We got 30 minutes. What else? I do have to sell EOSC tonight. I was hoping for a big move to 840. Not happening yet. I'll give it a little more time. I would like to see what social media folks think about Velo. There, let's see.
Oh, someone gave us a 3.
Oh, what's that mean?
I have no idea.
All right.
He said 1 or 2. Yeah, good avoid there, Ben. Look at NXT pulling back. Nasdaq up, but that's on just light volume. I think people are just waiting for the new CEO, see what he has to say.
What's this? Oh, what the hell happened? What? Oh, here we go. I don't care about XC. Wow, I dodged a bullet on Carmen, man.
Let me check it out. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice save on Velo, someone's saying.
Save? What do you mean save?
I don't know, that's what he said. Nice save on Velo.
Okay. All right, let me see what social media says about Velo.
I wonder what social media is also saying about AIP.
Velo, overwhelmingly positive, strong beat, inflection point. Revenue was a massive beat, guys. 14 million versus 10 million estimates. Gross margin, first ever positive at 17.2%, up sharply from 7.5% prior year. Adjusted EPS, big beat, but it's still negative. Yeah. So good reaction, good thoughts so far. It's mirrors what I was thinking. Look at the daily chart. 1660, you see the resistance there. It's fighting that right now. 1640, 1650. Right there, you got some candle resistance at 1650. You get through that. Don't know if it sees it today or not. Not sure. EOSC pop. Let's go. Let's go to 840, please.
There we go. Today is the 12th. There.
Come on, EOSC. Maybe I should put a sell order at like closer to my target, so I don't have to watch it every second. 840 to 850 is what I'm looking for in after hours. But I always sell short of my target. And it usually passes where I sell it at and hits my target, but I always get scared and I sell it short of my target. So that's what I'm doing here. I put a limit order in. That's it. Right, I'm going to take a... oh, no, I can't. Let's wait for the 4:30 news dump, and then I'll take a little 2-3 minute break.
All right, sounds good. I just put that out for Sinestech.
Let me see. I just want to see if Velo needs to raise money or not. Oh, okay. They already did a 50 million offering April 27th. Okay. All right. They already dropped because of this offering. So, okay, that's not a risk. Good. So you could maybe buy the dips in Velo. There's no risk of an offering here. Oh wait, we're waiting for 4:30. 2 minutes left. It's coming in through our Discord right here. Oh, Lunar won something. Coming from our Discord right now. Lunar won something. When did this come out? 30 minutes ago. No, I'm not going to chase news. It's 30 minutes
Yeah,
old.
there's interesting call options right before the end of day on Lyft. LYFT. Look at that. Which ones are these? I think they were in July. Yeah, 6/18/26. Big volume.
I don't know.
You see that? Right at the end of the day.
Not really interested in that, right? Yeah. You know me.
Yeah, no.
I'm not really a money flow trader, but I'm sure it can work. Let's go back to. All right, just waiting 1 minute for the news dump. Then I'll go take a little break. You never know. You might get a gift here in 1 minute.
Yeah, there's always a possibility.
Oh, here we go. Damn, so many. I may not be fast enough to recognize. USAR 14 million. I want to be too slow. Come on. All right, bought some USAR. Buy first, ask questions later. All right, $14.2 million Semiconductor Innovation Fund grant. They got a $14 million grant. That's USAR just out. Scanning the other news. Don't see much. Let's pull up the chart for USAR. Didn't move yet. I'm in. I like that setup. I'm in at 25.48. I mean, it is a $5.5 billion market cap and only 14 million, so it might not go. But we'll see. Shouldn't get out near break even, so I like that risk reward. Let me just put this USAR news in the Discord. All right. And with that, right, you can take over the show for 3 minutes. I'll be back.
All right, sounds good. I'm not doing too much right now, guys. Sitting here flipping through the news feed, seeing if anything else comes out. Pretty soon at 5 p.m., we will start the Synestech conference call. Tune in, hear what they have to say. Hear the new CEO is take on everything and what he has planned for the company. So it's exciting to see what happens there. Maybe more certainty now that there will be a CEO's chosen. If retail will like him, time will tell. Sats, I like this. Just keeps running there, and after hours on that news, nothing else. Not too much stuff. If you guys have anything you want me to look at, just feel free to drop it in the chat, and I'll check it out for you guys. Let's see what else. See nothing. No comments yet coming in. Let's see here. Anything else? Let's see what else we're looking at. Referrals. Oh, I didn't see this. Anthropic rolls out new Claude tools aimed at automating legal work for lawyers and law firms. That came out earlier today, a few hours ago. Let's see what else. One that's going to be interesting to see is going to be mostly have alerts out is ASTS after their earnings. They got some of those upcoming catalysts. I mean, the stock popped up a little bit there this morning, almost $80, then pulled back to almost 69.92. I'd like to pick this name up in the 50s if we can get there before the next upcoming catalyst. So that'll be on my top watches there. Looks like USAR, nothing happened, muted reaction. Quick still down. Velo is getting a pop back up here. So let's see what happens there. What else? EMP pulling back a little. DGXX just chilling there. Let's look at USE. USE looks pretty good, just chilling there as well. I think it's been a blessing, especially yesterday. Not too much happening at the moment, guys. Where else? Let's see, anything else hitting the tape? I see nothing. Yeah, not much. All right. Let's see here. You there, Ben?
Man, I really wish I shorted quick. I just
see that one. Saw off again here.
I just wasn't quick enough.
Let's see where we can go on the daily chart. Oh wow, that can.
What was on my Velo?
Quick. I'm looking at it. I mean, the 20-day moving average
Yeah.
on the daily charts 1531. We're right at that level right now. Let's see the weekly. What we're looking at 1 week.
Oh, Sats is up in after. Look at that. Dougie was right. There's a bit in after hours.
Yeah.
In Sats.
I saw that. I said that as soon as you left. I'm liking that. It's running up on that news.
Oh, look, we're up on Velo. All right, let's take another profit here. No, I got in it. Wait, my latest entry was not that.
Oh, there we go. New high on Velo.
I'm only up 20 cents. That's not much.
There's a muted reaction, Ben. Are you going to look out to get USAR? There's like nothing hitting.
No, I'm going to get out of USAR. If it doesn't work, I'm going to get it. I'll give it some time because there's not much downside risk. I guess the size is too small compared to the market cap. So I got it at 25.48. I'll give that some time. I'll probably.
Imran's still running it after hours.
I saw some tweets about it. That's crazy. That's just insane.
Whoa, big volume came into MBIS right before the close as well. You see that?
They have earnings tomorrow morning. So
a lot of that there.
It might be a market on close order. That's just a market on close order.
Whoa, Velo has a 30 to 34% float.
Short float?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I don't know that.
Yeah, Ross
4 million.
Brought this to my attention.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
2.8 days to cover. Holy.
4 divided by 15. Holy crap. What the hell? That's huge.
Yep, that could push this up. Someone's going to try to hold this down, but I don't know. I could rock it and have to cover here. In terms 17. Yeah, I could see that 18. 18 is a clear target there. Yeah. Another dollar.
Yeah. Lewis says RTX is looking good for tomorrow. In that QS. Also, what's that?
He picked up those leaps, right?
Yeah, I guess. QS. Look at QS. Look at the battery sector in after hours. It's NRG. Was there news something with batteries? Because QS and NRGV are up, and of course we're in the EOSC right now. QS and NRGV up and after hours. Hopefully that'll send EOSC up.
I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, look at Velo. Velo can go crazy. I'm like thinking when it dipped, I should have picked up some size when it dipped into the 16 stuff, or always easy to say retrospectively, but
Yeah,
but
I think
to be fair, I did flag this as the best ER of our list here.
All right, so Nasdaq getting volume now. Again, up 10%.
Yeah, I mean there's no volume though, so the bid's 165.
Oh yeah. Let's see what else.
Velo's the star of after hours here.
Yeah, best
Maybe,
play.
maybe EOSC can maybe join the QS party.
QS pulling back a little though from 920 now at 890.
And NBIS people are buying. Look at Sats. Holy crap. Dude, I don't think people saw that news. That was
No,
an
now
SEC
people are
filing.
seeing it.
I don't think, man, I should have like
Those calls are gonna pay.
I only got like 6 or 7 contracts there. I should have gotten more, man.
I know. I should have picked up big size, but
I picked up 6
you have a
contracts.
while now.
I have 18 from before, so now I have 24 contracts. But man, that was a gift, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is. Let's
Did
look
we
at
do
the
that? We did that
daily.
live on this show.
Yeah,
didn't we?
live on the show. Daily.
Wow.
Ooh, look at this. Maybe.
137. Oh, this
Wow, it's getting
tomorrow.
above this resistance. That's nice.
Dude, and you know what? Let's just go back to our morning note here. Of course, we didn't know this news was coming, but Sats, the re-rating into SpaceX IPO may have started. 137 plus could be coming within days.
Bingo.
Another prediction is going to be coming true here. 130. We're already at 133, and we're going to maybe hit that new 52-week high. Is that a new all-time high? New all-time high potentially coming. Like I
Here
said,
you go, Ben. I got something for you. You
within
ready?
days. Yeah. Thank you. Beautiful.
Nice. I'm gonna start doing that. You have a good trade, good analysis. I don't know. Maybe this was targeted. QS.
It's a pretty big market cap to be targeted like that without news. Well, 5 billion.
I don't see any news on this name.
It could be. Are they target the options today? Look at that options activity. Holy, this is wow. Look at the open interest in this thing.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I don't really trade QS. I don't think if I ever looked at the option chains before. Wow, they were really pumping that, aren't they? And NRGV.
Fine.
All right. We got like 15 minutes before we set up the live stream for Sonesta conference call. So if there's any comments or questions, put in the comments now. We should see them even if you're on X. Come through over here in our studio. Yeah, USAR didn't work. I'm looking to get out. There's no bids. If I sell into the bid, I'll lose like $400 or $500. So hopefully someone will step it up.
Let's see what else.
Dude, Velo. Someone's got, we got to think about this Velo because this could really be a huge play tomorrow. Could this see 24 tomorrow?
If you get an open over 18, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's look, especially with that short interest. 18 is a key level to get above.
Yeah, I didn't realize the short interest was this big. I'm tempted to. I don't know. I mean, I sold in the 17s. I feel stupid buying back in the 17s after I pocketed all that profit, but it's
I could
tempting,
see
man.
21. This thing could run to 21.
Yeah, I saw that too. 21. That would be the next level before 24.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your next key level. I'm getting that off the weekly chart there. There's some nice resistance. You break over that, yeah, 24 is a clear level to see.
Yeah.
Um,
So 18,
yeah,
21,
that's nice.
24, right? Those are the levels every $3 basically.
Yep, definitely. Let's see if we can get that.
I may just sell this USAR so I can focus. That'll be an 11-cent loss. Oh, no, too late.
All right, Ben, let me go grab a water and stuff really quick before we get going here.
All right, sounds good. I'm so tempted to scale up Velo again. Just don't want to give back my gains. That's the only reason I'm hesitating. Like if I wasn't in it yet and I hadn't made gains and I just saw it now, I'd probably be buying at 17.30. Oh no, you'd have to buy at 17.40. Okay, I guess I'm gonna step up a little bit. All right, just added a little bit more. 17.38. Quick all the way down to the 20 DMA. And one shot in after hours. How do you like that? I'm going to have to take the loss on USAR here. All right, lost $500. I'm out of that. So Velo, TGXX, EOSC, Wi-Fi. So that way, yeah. Oh my God, look at QS. I don't know it's got to be news or something. Hopefully that'll push up the EOSC. Does anyone know what's going on with QS, why that's running? If you do, please put it in the comments. Let me just check Benzinga. Don't see any news, no SEC filings. So could be a social media pump. Oh my God, Sats. What a beauty, guys. Sats is so nice. We're going to make some good money on that tomorrow. Even tonight, I'm in common shares. I could reduce if I wanted to, but at this point, I'm thinking we can break above 137 tomorrow. Oh, QS 8%. Because at this point, I got to put Sats in my after hours list to watch. I guess I got to put QS in there too. Wow, that's beautiful on Sats. Very happy about that.
Ben,
Yeah,
we may be hitting highs tonight or getting near them for sats.
I know. I'm looking at that.
Holy shit!
137 is the all-time high. It's dude. That news was like very few people had that news. Like we should have.
Why not I
slammed it.
jump like 20 grand on calls?
I know. I mean, they were expensive. I mean, I put in another 5 grand of calls. I already had like 15 grand worth, and I put another 5 in. They're very expensive, so that's why I didn't get too many contracts. I'll look at QS. I don't know, man. I'm getting tired of EOSC. Why the hell isn't it moving? I have to de-risk into the earnings report. What? Sats?
No. Sorry, big. You don't hear that?
Oh, thunder?
Yeah, there's a big lightning strike right outside the window.
Oh, wow. What the hell's this? I'm selling half.
I need to have a surge protector on. Oh shit. Well, wish me luck, guys.
I'm selling. You know what? I'm not going to sell half. I'm going to sell just 25% of EOSE for now. I'll give it a further chance in after hours. You would think. I thought there would be.
Yeah, see, they are pumping QS. It's this one guy. Yeah, someone here, Max, is saying it. Kevin posted full ported into QS. He
Who's
sold
Kevin?
him and he full ported QS.
Do you know who that is, Kevin?
I've followed him before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I've not followed his trades, but just followed the account.
Oh, that's crazy that people have that
His
kind
account's
of.
pretty big, though. His account's
Kevin,
almost 200,000 followers.
Kevin Zio, 135,000. New trade. Oh, this guy goes all in. These people are. I'm sorry, but this is all pumping. Full ported hymns on May 8th, and now he says he sold hymns. Didn't hymns go down? So he took a loss on that. Is that what happened? Hold on a second. And then he sold hymns. When did he full port on this? May 8th. Curious. Let's see. May 8th. He full ported, and then I guess the earnings were not good. He took a loss. Now it's full porting into QS. Driving right now. Full thesis soon. I can't. Anyone who's like what? Anyone who like advocates.
QS.
What's that?
This QS is crazy.
Yeah, like anyone who advocates full porting into anything, in my book, by definition, is a pumper. Sorry, Kevin. Because one of the reasons you do that, in my opinion, when people do that, they're trying to create FOMO. There's two things they're trying to do. They're trying to create FOMO that, oh my God, if this guy's full porting, this must be the best thing in the world. I better like get it now. And the other thing is trying to get other people to do what he does, which is trying to create a lot of capital to flow into one stock at one time. That's not trading stocks. That's not managing a portfolio. This is all pumping and gambling and borderline unethical, if not unethical. That's my opinion. That's my opinion on Kevin. Sorry, I don't know who you are, but I just hate that kind of stuff. So all the Deegans can have fun. I won't participate in something like that. All right.
All right, we have 8 minutes. I'm gonna go off the camera here and just listen.
All right, let me get the live stream ready. Okay, does everyone hear that
Yeah, I can hear it, Ben.
audio?
Yep.
Okay.
He put 58,000 into the trade.
But didn't he say in the post that he full ported? Yeah, he said full ported QS.
The video.
Maybe his full port is bigger. Let's see. No, he is full porting because his hymns, he put 62,000 in hymns. He lost some money and now it's 59,000 in QS. Oh my God. So stupid. Like, that's not how you manage money, guys.
All right, I'm looking for the surge protector. Yeah, I'm reading this now.
He claims his full port is 10 million. So it could be that he has like a smaller trade account that he takes risks on. That's possible. So what am I nervous about right now? I'm nervous about why the hell hasn't EOSC surged to 840, 850? And I don't want to take earnings risk. So I already sold 25%. I'm just like impatiently waiting for a pop. We'll see how much patience I have. If I have patience all the way to 7 or 8, but I might not. I might just soon sell the whole thing. We'll see. And I'm a little impatient on Velo because I averaged up in my latest tranche here. So I'm a little nervous about those two things. CEO at Alpha _ AI, net worth 11 million, current swing hymns. CEO Alpha AI, net worth 11 million. Oh, he puts his net worth up there. That's so silly. What's Alpha AI? Your AI trading friend, Beta. So when it's saying full port, he doesn't mean full net worth. He means full this particular portfolio, which is his pump account. So in his pump account, which is a fraction of a percent of his net worth, that's what he means full port. But it just gives the wrong impression of people, and everyone's like, it teaches bad habits, and other people probably do that too, and they full port and they learn the wrong lessons, and then one day, like the .com bust, you'll get the AI bust, which will come one day, and then a lot of people will lose everything learning lessons from this dude. All right. By the way, if you want me to ask any questions for Sinez Tech, I'm in the I'm in the live stream here. There's a little box that asks questions. So you can put your question in the YouTube or X. And if I like the question, if it's not going to make me look like a moron, then I'll put it in the Sinez Tech call so they can potentially answer that. Now we're moving on to USC. Let's go, baby. So I'm going to go off of video here. I'm going to put the audio on. And then I'm not going to talk for most of the time. Maybe the whole time. Depends. If I hear something, I want to quickly jump in and say, maybe I'll do that. But you'll be watching the my charts while you're listening to the Sinez Tech conference call. Okay. I'll get that over to you in 2 minutes. 2-minute countdown. Okay. Sats is going to be awesome tomorrow. EOSC, now we're moving, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Bring on that FOMO. Love it. Come on, get to my target, 840 to 850. Yeah, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, that's nice.
Right after I sold 25%, right?
Oh, jeez.
That's okay. It was only 25. Wait, I got to cut down my other order to 25% too. Hold on. Okay. Nice. Oh my God, Sats. I can't wait for tomorrow for Sats. There might be a company press release out too. There might be a secondary move in Sats.
Yeah, look at
Tomorrow morning. Yeah, tomorrow morning you could have a PR and it can run again. This thing could be destined easily for new all-time highs tomorrow.
Scroll across this. Ben, you see this banner I'm gonna put up? You like that? It's the fourth one down.
Yeah. Go ahead, put that up. Here we go. So as soon as I start talking, I'll go on mute. In the meantime, you'll watch me toggling back and forth between Velo and EOSC because those are the things I'm in and after hours. And DGXX and Wi-Fi. Come on, Velo. Come on, let's go, baby. Let's squeeze this thing to $20. Let's see. Come on, EOSC. Let's go to my next sell order. I'm selling on the way up, guys. I told them my game plan. Don't want to be at earnings. Don't want to be in for earnings, which is tomorrow morning. Velo, I don't have a lot of shares, sadly. All right, I'm out of here.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the SenesTech Reports First Quarter Fiscal Year 2026 Financial Results Conference Call. After today's presentation, there will be an opportunity to ask questions. To submit a question, you may type it into the Ask a Question box on the webcast screen. Please note today's event is being recorded. At this time, I'd like to turn the conference call over to Robert Blum with Lytham Partners. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Jamie, and thank you all for joining us today to discuss SenesTech's first quarter 2026 financial results. This is for the period ended March 31, 2026. With us on the call today are Michael Edell, the company's newly appointed President and Chief Executive Officer, and Tom Chesterman, the company's Chief Financial Officer. At the conclusion of today's prepared remarks, we'll open the call for a question and answer session. As mentioned, if you are listening through the webcast portal and would like to ask a question, you can submit your question through the Ask a Question feature in the webcast player. Before we begin with prepared remarks, we submit for the record the following statement.
Remember, if you have questions, you can put it in chat, and I'll put it in there for management if I like your question.
Statements within the meaning of Section 27A of the Securities Act 1933 as amended, and Section 21E of the Securities Exchange Act of 1934 as amended, and such forward-looking statements are made pursuant to the safe harbor provisions of the Private Securities Litigation Reform Act of 1995. Forward-looking statements describe future expectations, plans, results, or strategies, and are generally preceded by words such as may, future, plan or planned, will or should, expected, anticipates, draft, eventually, or projected. Listeners are cautioned that such statements are subject to a multitude of risks and uncertainties that could cause future circumstances, events, or results to differ materially from those projected in the forward-looking statements, including the risks that actual results may differ materially from those projected in the forward-looking statements as a result of various factors and other risks identified in the company's filings with the Securities and Exchange Commission. All forward-looking statements contained during this conference call speak only as of the date in which they were made and are based on management's assumptions and estimates as of such date. The company does not undertake any obligation to publicly update any forward-looking statements, whether as a result of the receipt of new information, the occurrence of future events, or otherwise. With that said, let me turn the call over to Michael Edell, President and Chief Executive Officer. Michael, please proceed.
Thank you, Robert, and good afternoon to everyone joining us today. As this is my first earnings call with SenesTech investors as President and Chief Executive Officer, I wanted to start by saying how excited I am to be formally joining the company. I accepted this role as CEO with SenesTech because my conviction in the products and markets is strong. However, my conviction in our ability to dramatically scale this business is even stronger. The work now is to translate product strengths into commercial. That is the central priority of this management team. Although I have just been appointed CEO, I'm not coming into this business cold. I began working closely with SenesTech mid-2025, initially in a consulting capacity to evaluate the business and build a strategic plan focused on commercial growth. In October, I became the interim Chief Operating Officer to lead implementation of that strategic plan. Over the past several months, we have been taking a hard look at the business and making practical changes designed to create a more scalable, more accountable, and more data-driven operating model. Those changes are not theoretical. We have streamlined operations. We have prioritized direct-to-consumer revenue as a core growth engine. We have moved to direct management of our Amazon account for the Evolve brand. We have restructured B2B processes and the sales organization to improve discipline, pipeline visibility, forecasting accountability, and focus. We have advanced work on packaging, digital marketing efforts, subscription, customer education, and our own e-commerce platform. The goal across all of these initiatives is quite simple. Make the product easier to understand, easier to buy, easier to deploy, and easily to reorder. The direct-to-consumer channel is central to that strategy. During the first quarter, direct-to-consumer revenue increased 42% to a record $194,000, despite the disruption associated with moving the Amazon operations in-house. That is an important result because the Amazon transition was a deliberate strategic move. It was not just a channel change. It changed what we can see, what we can control, and how quickly we can respond. By managing Amazon directly, we gain better access to customer behavior, advanced advertising performance, subscription data, pricing visibility, media buying efficiency, and just overall channel economics. We can learn faster, we could test faster, and we can improve conversion faster. We can test new products and new packaging more quickly, and that is the type of operating model that we need. We consider Amazon as a key pillar to our sales strategy. There was a short-term disruption as we transition away from third-party e-commerce management and as existing third-party inventory continued to move through the channel. That was to be expected, but the early data after the transition are highly encouraging. April was the first full month following the completion of the Amazon transition, and e-commerce sales increased 163% to a record $146,000 compared with approximately $55,000 in April of 2025. Amazon retail sales of the Evolve brand were approximately $96,000 in April, while sales through our own SenesTech website were approximately $50,000. We began taking control of advertising execution in mid-February, completed the broader transition in March, and the early trend is exactly the kind of signal that we want to see. We are now moving to improve our website sales platform as well, that being the second pillar in our strategy. A product like Evolve is not a one-time novelty purchase. It is intended to be part of an ongoing rodent management program. That is why recurring revenue is so important to our strategy, with subscription revenue being a core part of the new direct-to-consumer strategy. We are now seeing meaningful evidence that this was the right focus. In just the first quarter, subscription revenue increased 44% to a new record at $56,000, compared with just $39,000 in the prior year period, and subscriber counts increased more than 50%. Then in April, subsequent to the quarter end, subscription-based revenue increased 198% year over year to approximately $36,000, another record. Subscription-based customers increased 109%. Those are still early points. They indicate the product stickiness, the customer engagement, and the potential to build a more predictable, recurring revenue-based model. Now we need to build on that. We're tracking weekly sales, new-to-brand sales, subscription metrics, conversion metrics, media ad buying performance, and customer behavior. We have reactivated our Google advertising in April to begin collecting search data, support online revenue. We are continuing to redesign our e-commerce website at SenesTech.com with a focus on reducing friction, simplifying navigation, improving conversion, and supporting subscription growth. We are also refreshing our packaging to improve shelf visibility and simplifying the consumer message. The updating packaging prominently features rat birth control messaging because we want the customers to immediately understand what makes this product different. We do not want ambiguity at the point of a decision. We want clarity. The same principle applies to our B2B business, the third pillar to our commercial strategy. We believe there are large opportunities across pest management, agriculture, municipalities, distributor, commercial customers, national retailers, and other professional channels. By capturing those opportunities requires focus and discipline. It is not enough to have a long list of prospects. We need a qualified pipeline, clear ownership, better forecasting, and a standardized sales process. Over the past several months, we have restructured the entire B2B team and processes around those objectives. We are concentrating resources on the largest and highest impact opportunities within each vertical while providing accountability around pipeline and forecast accuracy. Here again, we saw early proof in the quarter. B2B revenue increased 57% to $298,000 compared with approximately $190,000 in the first quarter of last year. We continue to see municipal deployment activity across major urban markets, including Chicago, Boston, Washington, D.C., New York, and New York City. The previously announced 12-month New York City rat contraception pilot program is expected to conclude this month, and we look forward to those results. We are also continuing to support distributors, pest management professionals, commercial customers, and agricultural opportunities where the product can fit into a broader, integrated pest management program. We will remain selective and disciplined, de-emphasizing the smaller or longer-term opportunities, but we believe the B2B opportunity is significant. In addition, the work that we are doing with our focus on direct-to-consumer will bring more brand awareness, which will support our continuing efforts in the B2B. We are already seeing an increase in inbound opportunities and leads from these efforts. Product expansion is another part of building a broader commercial platform. We plan to expand the Evolve brand with additional rodent control products that can broaden our offering and strengthen our position in the category. We are also advancing launch readiness around potential related products, such as an attractant and repellent products. Now, the idea is not to dilute the mission. It is to strengthen the ecosystem around the core fertility control solutions, yet give customers more tools to deploy with a complete program. I would note again, full control over Amazon and our own e-commerce website now gives us a very efficient launch platform for these potential new products, which had not been in place historically. We're also improving how field activity, sales support, regulatory, and product development work together. The field and sales teams have been reintegrated, generating higher quality B2B opportunities to drive near-term revenues. Internationally, we're putting more structure around opportunity vetting to focus on opportunities that can produce near-term revenues. We shipped initial stocking orders to New Zealand and Bermuda, and we will continue to pursue international opportunities where the regulatory process can move efficiently with limited incremental cost. Where a market requires significant regulatory investment or long periods of time, we will generally require local partners to assist us or fund that process. That is a disciplined approach to expansion. The first quarter also demonstrated the importance of operating discipline. Gross margin improved to a company record 68.6% compared with 64.5% in the prior year period. That reflects improved product production efficiency and reduced reliance on discounted sales activity. We need to grow revenue, but we also need to protect the economics of the business as we grow. That is how we build a durable company, not just a bigger one. So when I think about SenesTech's future, I think in very practical terms. We need to sell more product. We need to improve conversion. We need to focus on subscriptions for recurring revenue. We need to build repeat purchasing behavior. And we need to win larger B2B opportunities. We need to make Amazon, our own website at senestech.com, our distributors, the municipalities, pest management professionals, and commercial customers working together as a coherent growth strategy. And we need to measure progress with real operating metrics, not anecdotes. That is the vision I want investors to understand. We are building a more scalable, data-driven, recurring revenue business around a differentiated product in a market that needs better solutions for overall pest management. We have a lot of work ahead of us, and I do not want to overstate early results, but I am very encouraged by what we are seeing. The record April e-commerce momentum, the record subscription growth, the B2B improvement, the record gross margins, and the stronger operating infrastructure all point in the same direction. SenesTech is entering a new phase defined by commercial focus, execution discipline, and accountability. And my job is to drive that every single day. With that, let me turn it over to Tom Chesterman to review the financials in more detail, and then I will come back with a few closing comments before turning over the call to your questions. Tom?
Thank you, Michael, and good afternoon, everyone. I will provide a brief review of our first quarter 2026 financial results and add context around the operating trends that Michael discussed as I can. Note that we will be filing our 10-Q later today for a more detailed look at our results to date. Revenue for the first quarter was $493,000, an increase of 2% compared with $485,000 in the first quarter of 2025. This result should be viewed in the context of our transition from third-party management to direct management of Amazon sales for the Evolve brand. That transition was substantially completed in mid-March. While it created short-term channel disruption, as Michael mentioned, it gives us greater control over customer data, advertising performance, pricing visibility, subscriptions, and overall channel economics, which we believe will drive growth and profitability into the future. Direct-to-consumer revenue increased 42% to a record $194,000 compared with $137,000 in the prior year period. Of that, subscription revenue increased 44% to a record $56,000 compared to approximately $39,000 last year, while subscriber counts increased more than 57%. These metrics support our view that recurring revenue can be a larger component of the business over time. Note that the year-ago metrics exclude the third-party e-commerce revenue, as we want to provide a clear understanding of the growth we are seeing. Third-party e-commerce revenue in the year-ago period was $158,000, and we expect that third-party e-commerce revenue has strong potential for growth, and we expect future announcements about expansion in this area. B2B revenue increased 57% to $298,000 compared with $190,000 in the first quarter of 2025. We saw continued traction across distributor, municipal, professional, and commercial channels. We're also improving process discipline in the B2B organization with a greater focus on pipeline validation, forecasting accuracy, and larger dollar opportunities within the targeted verticals. Subsequent to quarter end, April provided an encouraging early proof point for the e-commerce transition. E-commerce sales increased 163% year-over-year to approximately $146,000 and increased 47% compared to March. Amazon retail sales of Evolve products were approximately $96,000, and sales through the SenesTech website were approximately $50,000. Subscription-based revenue also increased 198% year-over-year in April to approximately $36,000. While April is only 1 month, the early data supports the strategic rationale for direct management of our e-commerce channels. Gross profit increased 8% to $338,000 compared with $313,000 in the prior year period. Gross margin improved to 68.6%, another company record, compared with 64.5% in the first quarter of 2025. This margin improvement reflected improved production efficiency and a lower reliance on discounted sales activity. We view this as an important indicator of the underlying economics of the business as we scale. This becomes manifest when the gross profit dollars are growing faster than top-line revenue. Operating expenses reflected, among other factors, severance costs, one-time legal costs, and other extraordinary one-time items associated with the organizational transition and strategic restructuring currently underway. First quarter 2026 results included approximately $443,000 of one-time expenses, as mentioned above. On a pro forma basis, adjusting for these items, adjusted EBITDA loss, a non-GAAP measure, was $1.6 million compared with $1.5 million in the prior year period. Reconciliations on these non-GAAP measures are included in today's press release. Turning to the balance sheet, we ended the first quarter with $6.8 million of cash and cash equivalents. Based on our current operating plan, we believe this provides operating runway into the third quarter of 2027. We remain focused on managing expenses carefully while supporting the commercial initiatives that we believe can drive higher quality revenue growth over time. For that financial overview, I will turn the call back to Michael for closing remarks.
Thank you, Tom. I want to close by bringing the discussion back to the central point, which is our focus in driving revenues with product that we know works and how we can disrupt this category. We have a product we believe in, we have a market that needs better options, and we have clear evidence that customers are engaging with Evolve through the direct-to-consumer channels, that subscription behavior is building, that Amazon become a more effective channel under our direct management, and that B2B opportunities are beginning to move with more discipline. But the company will not be defined by belief alone. It will be defined by execution. That means increasing revenue through channels where we can see the customer, understand performance, and control the economics. It means improving conversion on Amazon and our own e-commerce website. It means increasing the number of subscription customers and retaining them. It means using the website redesign, packaging refresh, paid media, social efforts, and customer education to reduce friction. It means going after the largest and most attractive B2B opportunities with a validated pipeline and accountability to the sales process. It means supporting municipalities, pest management professionals, agricultural customers, distributors, and commercial accounts with a clear value proposition and better field support. It means expanding the Evolve platform in ways that make sense for the customer and for the company's economics. I'm very encouraged by the April data, but I view it as just the starting point. We need to convert early momentum into repeatable performance. We need to make every dollar of marketing, every customer interaction, every sales meeting, and every product initiative contribute to growth. That is the standard I am setting for the organization. SenesTech's mission is to create cleaner cities, more efficient businesses, and healthier communities through effective and sustainable. That mission is powerful, but it must be matched with disciplined commercial execution. As CEO, my commitment is to bring that discipline to this business every day. We will focus resources on the highest impact commercial opportunities, improve sales execution, build scalable operating processes, and hold ourselves accountable to those metrics that matter. Thank you to our employees, our customers, our partners, and our shareholders for your continued support. We are very excited about the path ahead, and we are focused on turning the opportunity in front of us into measurable growth. Robert, we're now ready to open the call for questions.
Very good. Thank you very much, Michael and Tom, for your prepared remarks there. Again, to everyone listening through the webcast portal, if you would like to ask a question, you can type it into the Ask a Question there on your screen. I have a few questions already in the queue, so I will proceed here. First one is, given the early results from April, is it fair to expect Q over Q, quarter over quarter revenue growth and a reasonable chance at record revenue?
Thank you, Robert. I believe that from the results that we're already seeing and what we've talked about bringing in and direct control over our D2C efforts, I do believe that we can see reasonable growth quarter over quarter. And I do believe that we will continue to break records.
All right, very good. Next question here is, are you seeing any expansion internationally, especially with the hantavirus breakout?
Thank you, Robert. That's a very interesting question. I think the hantavirus really points out the potential risks involved with rodent or rat infestations. And obviously, our position is one to where we think we have a solution that can take care of rodent infestations long term. Related to the international parts of our business, as I mentioned before, we really want to focus in international on those countries that we can make an impact short term. A lot of the regulatory requirements for certain parts of the world can take anywhere from 2 to 3 years to get through those processes. So unless we have a partner in place that's going to support and bear some of those costs, we are going to focus only on those international opportunities that can bring in short-term, near-term revenues.
All right, very good. Next question here, sort of broadly relating to the New York City test or trial there. What sort of announcements do you expect them to make relating to the results? Really anything more that you can add relating to New York City?
There's nothing I could really speak to today on the New York City tests or the trials at this point, because we're getting prepared to announce some of the data and some of the results from the various areas that we've been testing. I would say that longer term, these types of solutions and these types of pilot programs require those partnerships in a city like New York that are willing to not only implement these types of pilots, but do all of the necessary work that is necessary beyond just the evolved products. Because it's all about the environment that an area is creating for pests like rats. And so we want to make sure that it's a unified approach and an approach that is one where we have the partners that we're working on at a trial or a test like New York City.
Okay, very good. Next question here is, can you please explain the rationale behind the direct-to-consumer focus?
Thank you. The direct-to-consumer focus, the company historically has led with B2B options. And I think what the company found and learned very, very quickly is without brand awareness, it's very hard to drive partner business if the consumers are not aware of the product. And that is especially true in large. So implementing the changes that we are and leading with D2C is going to create significant brand awareness. It's going to create significant success and exposure for the brand and the wins there, which then will carry over into the B2B efforts that we have going on right now.
All right, and sort of an extension of that, discuss, sort of the reviews regarding Amazon, quality control, sort of the broader work that's being done to ensure customers sort of understand how the product is utilized.
That's a great question, and it's been one of a main focus for us in our online presence is to really educate the consumers on how the product works, how it's going to be impactful, how long is it going to take. It's not a matter of just simply putting our product out in the field. It really is a matter of deploying it in a manner that is going to be successful for the environment that it's being used in. So education is a key part of that effort. I think historically, we've not provided as much information, whereas now we're going to be providing significantly more information and trying to set the proper expectations for a long-term solution to solve this problem.
Okay, next question here is, were these changes that are being discussed already sort of in effect under your prior role, or did they become more of a priority once Jill Fruin retired?
It really was an early priority as I had come in initially as consulting effort to really help understand what was driving the business and what the strategic focus and strategic plan should be we started to implement those changes very, very quickly. And a lot of those changes were started back in Q4 and really took final shape as we moved into Q1 of this year. That's why we've been able to see some of the incredible results that you're seeing right now, just in Q1. Very, very early, but pretty significant in terms of the results we're seeing.
Okay, very good. Our next question here is, SG&A remains high for the level of revenue this quarter, including the sort of one-time severance and legal that were discussed there. Is there a plan to optimize SG&A to better match the levels of the business?
That's a great question, and I'm going to let Tom take that question so he can speak more specifically to the amount of one-time out of the norm costs that we were dealing with as we were in this quarter.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. I think it's important to view these as part of the investment we're making in this strategic transition. We're bringing in, new personnel to have new skills, et cetera. We've taken out of the picture some litigation and other legal issues that were frankly just distracting to the business. So yeah, there was a bit of what I would call investment in the SG&A in Q1. The focus here is, now that we've gotten those things kind of out of the way, we're able to provide a more streamlined SG&A. That's one of the reasons why we wanted to make sure that we put in as much detail about those one-time expenses and provide a more normalized view of what the burn rate would look as we move forward. So yeah, there is a plan to optimize SG&A. We needed to take these expenses in Q1 in order to make this transition and make it well and make it quickly, so we can then move on to all of the growth initiatives that Michael's been talking about.
All right, our next question here, and again, I'll just a reminder, everyone, if you'd like to ask a question and you're listening through the webcast portal there, go ahead and type that into the ask a question box there on your screen. Michael and Tom, there's a follow-up here pertaining to hantavirus. Has there been an uptick in incoming inquiries regarding the heightened hantavirus awareness?
Yes, there's been a significant uptick in search for options looking to solve rodent and pest-related problems. We have seen an increase in uptick.
All right, very good. Next question here, is there any update on brick and mortar companies moving from online to in-store?
That's a great question, Robert. What I will say about Home Depot and other brick and mortar retailers is something I mentioned early on. The large retailers are not in the business of promoting a product. They're in the business of selling product. And so what they look for in a brand is the brand awareness. And our consumers going to come into their store, understand that product, look for that product, ask for that product, and then purchase that product in store. And I think historically, as I mentioned before, we didn't have the proper focus in creating brand awareness through our D2C and through Amazon, which is one of the main focuses that we have been talking about on this call and through this quarter. I do believe there is quite a bit of opportunity in the large brick and mortar retailers, but we have to demonstrate clearly to them that these consumers are looking for this type of product and can expand their revenues in that category.
All right, very good. Again, just a quick reminder, everyone, if you're listening to the webcast portal, final reminder here, please go ahead and type your question into the ask a question box there on your screen. Another question here, has there been any thoughts on capital structure and value in the company equity? Is there any update on when the company might get close to self-funding or being able to adjust the cap structure so it's not purely equity funded?
Yeah, Robert, thanks again. This is also a great question. I'll take the first part of this and then turn it over to Tom. What I'd like to emphasize is the fact that we are extremely focused on driving revenue. Revenue solves a lot of problems, and the type of revenue, such as recurring revenue, subscription, and so on, is even better. And the goal is to reduce the burn so that we're incrementally over time moving closer and closer to that break-even point. And so I think if you have a focus on revenue, it solves a lot of problems. Tom, you could answer or add, chime in addition on this question.
Yeah, I think the 2 points I would make, I mean, one is to echo Michael's point, which is to say that what we're trying to provide here is as much information about the vector we're following in terms of the revenue growth and the profitability growth that allows us to move towards that. As we look at the capital structure, though, the second part, we are already looking at other options besides equity. We do use equipment financing for all of our capital equipment purchases, and we are getting closer and closer to the point at which we can utilize debt for more cash flow management purposes. And this again gets back to the quality of the revenue. As much as predictable as it can get, that provides the cash flow information that the lenders need in order to provide debt financing as opposed to solely relying on the shareholders.
All right, very good. And next question here is regarding subscriptions. I think you just touched a little bit on this, Michael, but really talk about why the subscriptions are an important part of the business going forward.
Thank you. That again is a great question, one we have been focused on. Since I got involved with the company as a consultant very early on, it became very clear to me that the product is a consumable product, that it is a repeatable product, and it was just absolutely perfect for establishing a recurring revenue. Recurring revenue and subscription business allows us to have a lower cost for customers. So the customer acquisition on one-time purchases and bringing in new customers into the funnel is quite a bit more expensive than those customers that are on a regular subscription model or a subscription revenue. So we think it's going to be absolutely critical to our business to really focus and grow that. The side result of that is that the happier subscriber customers that you have and the more stickiness you creates a very like a flywheel effect. And it's creating a lot of momentum for the business. And you can see that just through on the D2C side of the business.
All right, thank you for that. This will be the last question, it appears. I'm showing no further questions after this in the queue. Congratulations on the quarter and the successful transition. Again, follow up on the hantavirus. Company seems to have a generational marketing opportunity to enter the conversation to build awareness around the product. Have you considered a different approach towards marketing and social to capitalize as one of the only pure rodent plays in the market?
Great question. I will tell you this, the historically, a lot of the efforts for social media and being able to market to these types of opportunities has not really been focused. We're bringing in new teams, like we brought in teams to manage, and as we're managing the Amazon efforts and as we're doing on our own website, you'll be seeing quite a bit over the next quarter of all of the new path, the new approach to the social media and social markets that we're going to be advertising on and posting to. So yes, we are going to be moving more in that direction to capitalize on those markets and those channels.
All right, very good. Well, I'm showing no further questions. So with that, Michael, I will turn it back over to you for any closing remarks.
Yeah, thank you, Robert. Thank you, Tom. I want to thank everybody for participating and taking the time out of your day to listen to what we have to say. We're very excited about the future, and we look forward to more updates as time marches on. But have a great day, and thank you.
All right, there you have it. SenesTech conference call. Some very, very interesting things there, Rhett. Just a reminder, SenesTech is a paid sponsor, and I do own shares of SenesTech in my long-term, in my retirement account. I currently don't own any in my trade account. I can and do trade it from time to time. I just give disclosure about that, that they're a sponsor when I do. I don't know, Rhett, that was the guidance, dude. January, February, March, their quarter, let me just double check this. Their quarter was ending March, right? Let me see. May 12th, ending March 31st. They basically gave guidance for Q2 in a way. They gave very specific numbers for how April went. And from that, you can know that you're going to have sequential growth quarter over quarter. And that's actually me who asked, can you kind of, at this point, is it fair to say that we can expect not only quarter over quarter growth, or do we have a shot at revenue, record revenue in Q2? And he said, yes, we will be setting records. I'd have to go back and listen to the transcript and add up all the math, or maybe we can even put in AI later, the transcript for AI to predict. But I think there's a chance at a record quarter Q2 based on the early April numbers. So I was actually very surprised and pleased to see this, because I thought that we'd have to hit the reset button all over again. New CEO, and is just going to start, talking about his new vision. It's going to take quarters to see any kind of change, but these changes have already been happening, and we're already seeing the impact of it in April. That was a surprise to me.
Positive. Yeah, definitely. And the other thing too, I like to see more too of is we were looking more for B2C, but we're starting to see them really being super aggressive with more B2B.
B2C, right?
B2C than B2B. So,
and I think it sounds like the reason for that is that they want a recurring revenue base, for predictability. And interesting comment, which I didn't really appreciate before, that recurring revenue gives them options to get debt funding rather than equity markets. That's a interesting thought. I never thought about that before, but yeah, that makes sense that a bank would be more likely to give, revenue. So that was another motivation, it sounded like.
Yeah, super exciting stuff happening. So let's see what happens. We're going to schedule a CEO interview. We're going to reach out to them, and we'll get that set up if you guys want to tune in and hear the first SenesTech new CEO interview we will have. Probably be sometime this week, or if not this week, early next week. So stay tuned to the Story Trading IR. We will put that out there for you guys.
Sounds great. Let me just wrap things up over here. Preliminary results, I'm up at least 3% on the day today. I don't know the exact number because of how options are calculated. I'll know in the morning. It'll be in the morning note, but it was a great day today. I decided I did finally sell the EOSE. I don't have patience. I want to go home. I don't want to be worried about this. I was thinking we can hit 840, 850 tonight. Maybe it will. Earnings are tomorrow at like 6:30 a.m. I may have to buy higher. The gap target's up here at 980. I am holding shares. Let me just double check. I'm holding long-term shares in my retirement account because I do want to be invested in this company through the earnings reports. And I am. So I have the long-term shares to hold through the report. And my short-term account decided to now sell that here in after hours. We do have earnings in Pew tomorrow morning. I am carrying a position in the trade account in Pew for the report tomorrow morning. NBIS reports tomorrow morning. I have a long-term position. I think still. Do I still have long-term shares? Oh no, I'm all out of NBIS. Oh, wait a second. I may want to get back an NBIS in my long-term account for this report. I didn't realize I sold. I'm gonna, dude, hold on. Now I'm gonna have to pay the spike. What the hell? How'd this just happen right now? Are you guys doing this, mother? I didn't realize I sold this. I want to have some exposure in my long-term account. Hold on a second. Roth. Which account can I put this in? How about this? Sap. Okay, it looks like I have money in this account here. Let me add some for my long-term account. I want to be in this into the earnings report. Am I in? Did it fill? I'm in. All right, so I don't have it in the trade account. I am carrying it long-term. Just a little bit of news. DXYZ pumping on Anthropic being valued at $900 billion. I guess DXYZ has some shares of Anthropic. You can see Sinestec. It's very thinly traded. You can't really understand too much from this. But there's a daily chart. We'll look at that tomorrow. Velo, I also decided to sell this, even though I don't know. I'm up nice. I had a great day. I just want to do more homework tonight. I saw a tweet go out about some negative comment about the conference call. Just one item. And I'm like, why take any chances? I made good money on it. So I did decide to sell this in after hours. Possibility this thing goes to 18 to 24 tomorrow. I'll have to research it more tonight and tomorrow morning, and we'll see. Still holding that full position of DGXX into after hours. I believe tomorrow is the ring the register day, not today on DGXX. I'm carrying a 13% common share position into tomorrow and about 4.5%, a little less than 4.5% in call options. SATS carrying a big position in SATS, swinging that overnight. Got a 14% common share position, 2% call position, looking for, as we told you earlier this morning, all-time new highs on SATS very shortly, probably this week, especially after that news came out this morning. And also holding some Wi-Fi overnight. Tomorrow is the day to ring the register on these Cerebras plays. Have a 5% position in Wi-Fi to complement the DGXX position. And that's a wrap, guys. Brett, any final comments?
No, that's it. Hold on, let me just get rid of this banner, put the other one up. Check out our website. We have a new website up, storytrading.com. Feel free to check that out. Browse that. We have a nice blog section there if you guys want to read some blogs. Ben has posted a few. I don't know if there's been a recent one.
Yeah, I got to write another one. Man, I've been so busy. I have so many great stories and lessons to kind of convey in the blog. I got to write a new one for you. But there's 3 of them up there you can take a look at so far.
But yeah, go check that out. Check out the website, and we will see you guys tomorrow morning.
Take care, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye.